Stop it, you dumb bird! Worm face here. The following video is from the DM Eric's archive. The video quality was poor. The production value is bad, but they asked for it. That's my eye. The story is here. He's got me. This is my bug. Speaking of being cautious, you guys are being very cautious in Marsember down here in Cormier. Right down here. How's that for a segue?
Super
As
segue.
you guys have been spending some time doing some research and restocking and crafting and kind of taking some downtime to recuperate after having spent the last 5 weeks abroad doing missions for Gerard and trying to get magical items and powers and friends and allies in order to combat someone called the Forgotten One. And to that end, you are currently well rested. You guys have taken care of business around Marsember. You wake up on a lovely morning here in town. What would you like to do? Where would you like to go?
Real quick, this is day 5, right?
This would be day 4.
Day 4.
As far as the reading of the book goes. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like pulling teeth to get Eric to release those hours of reading.
Want it to be done.
I know.
It's been like 4 sessions. No, it hasn't. It's been like 2, but not
What does that
even.
thing? What's it do for you?
It'll bump up my dexterity to 22.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I wish I could figure out how to get my strength up.
I've just come to the realization that Nick Nack is basically Santa Claus. He's even called Little Saint Nick.
No. No one calls him that.
Well, they should start.
But you're not a cleric.
I don't need to be. I'm a charlatan. Just like Saint Nick.
I too thought the biggest difference between Nick Nack and Santa was that he wasn't a cleric. Other than that, you're almost there. You're right there.
I was going off the
So,
Saints part.
Chase's argument here is that Santa Claus is a con man.
I mean,
We'll
he
find
sees
out
you when
something.
you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. That's a stalker, for goodness sake.
We'll find Silas arguing with you.
So,
So
as you guys...
I don't know what we're.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, absolutely.
I
Go
was just
ahead.
gonna say, I know we've got, like, in terms of plot business, I know folks wanted to talk to the folks at the Rokugani embassy to maybe chat about, like, the likelihood or possibility of visiting the Rokugani homeland so that we could speak to the name seekers, if that's even necessary. Presumably it would be. I don't think they have name seekers just hanging out here, but who knows? I'm happy to do that, but I think Silas is also, like, not the restless one. Like, as a player, I'm happy to help move the plot along, but I think Silas is probably going to hang out somewhere and drink or read or just sit and enjoy Marsember, unless folks want him to tag along for whatever reason. I think he's going to chill and let somebody take the lead there.
It's at that point that you watch a guy in a beautiful blue outfit run up to the bulletin board and post a picture of you, Silas, on the board. And it says, "Come get us."
Yeah, so I'm going to be waiting for my fans. Anita and I are probably going to be waiting for our fans. They're going to come show up, probably a thronging group. So Anita and I will be finding somewhere together. Anita, if you're going to the embassy, then I'll tag along.
It's amazing how one piece of paper changes things quickly.
Gonna be alone. Yeah, so it's up to Anita. If Anita wants to hang out, we'll just hang out. We won't go to the embassy. But if but I know Anita's, like, you know, the face. Anita's the best at communicating. So if you're gonna head, I'll join you.
Yeah, let's talk about what our goals are. I mean, Anita's down to do whatever. It's she's been hanging out, and after months of being on the road, is probably used to moving around. Maybe not able to relax as much as she used to. But that being said, she'd be down to do whatever. Just let's talk about what our goals would be at the embassy, and then if it makes sense, she'll definitely go.
Speaking of goals, like I'll ask the group then, and I don't know if this is a history check or what, but can we get a little bit of insight into the relationship between the name seekers and the Rokugani? Like, is the name seeker are the name seekers a organization made up of Rokugani nationals? Because that's not the impression I'm getting. I'm getting a little bit more of a like Vatican City within Italy impression. That there's some semi-autonomy there, but they're not like Rokugani nationals. Is that right? What is the relationship like? Do we know?
You don't know. That would be a closely guarded secret at the moment.
Like that would have come up in a history, like in education.
No.
Yeah, didn't
They would not publish this thing at all.
Okay. Then that might be one of the things we have to ask the folks at the embassy. What's your relationship with the name seekers? Do we need your permission to talk to them? Are they associated with you directly? Like, we want to talk to them, but we want to figure out how to do it without stepping on their own toes.
Well, what was the name seeker's name that we rescued? Because we have an in with him. Like he's going to be the one that we want to focus on, right?
It was a very long name and it had several hyphens. Hang on. How do I even search for this in my notes? Like, I can't control F for this if I can't even remember, like, one of the symbols. I know.
Oh, that's my content. His name was Nin Seeker Ninchuk.
Yes, I just got there. Looking at notes from August of 2020.
Wow.
Hey guys, you guys been playing this game for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if we can find and check TikTok. And Cass, it looks like you beat us all there. I'm sure it was in a note right next to some note about Anita being pitchy. Not that she holds
Go, Anita, let it go.
But yeah, that's my vote of our best path forward is to try to see if we can contact and check TikTok and see if that person can give us some help.
Yeah, let's head to the embassy. I mean, it seems like it's our starting point either way.
All right. Who all is going? Because Liam has stated that he is going to be self-absorbed in his book today.
I'm finishing it, goddammit.
Yeah, Riley's,
I'm finishing, goddammit. He's going to spend 16 hours reading his book today.
yeah, Riley's going.
Knick-knack in a hat will go.
I'm with you.
Knick-knack in a hat will go. Cass, are you going?
Knick-knack prime.
I'd like to go.
Okay. So, as you guys head out from here, you guys walk across town to the Rokugani Embassy. Here's a place you guys haven't seen in a while. And as you guys walk up, it's a quiet place. It's not very populated.
Screen is black. I'm not sure if
There you go.
this.
Aha!
Yeah.
Fixed.
It looked dark.
Yeah, it was very
Oh,
dark.
yeah, in a while. Yeah, right.
It's almost like the lights are on, but nobody's home. No, but people are actually out front. There are a couple of very well-armored guards currently standing out front. As you guys approach, they straighten up a little bit, and they hold onto a pair of halberds at their sides.
Slower pace, just to clarify, we are. visitors. I'll step, as Silas tends to do, like one step back and one step to the right of Anita. There if she
Okay.
needs him, but not gonna push. Do your thing.
Yeah. So, Nita will approach the guards out front and, hi, we are looking to speak to somebody at the embassy, and we're hoping that you could help us.
Okay. As you guys approach the door, the two guards there at the front, you look up at them and they nod at you after having heard your words, and one of them will turn and walk away silently, leaving the other one to guard the front.
Do you guys get like dental, or do you like it here?
The guard looks at you and raises an eyebrow, but you get a hint from this guy that he finds that humorous.
Just check.
You broke up there. Repeat that, please.
Oh, I just said I think he's probably very obviously like in a as harmless as possible mood, like just goofing off, just chatting.
Yeah. Chatting up the security guard. I totally understand.
Yeah.
And he kind of gets that same feeling, but he's not
He's
responding. Yeah, he's working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. After a moment, you see a different gentleman come up to the front, followed by the guard. And the guard will get to his position, and he will stand between them and behind them. He will bow, a courteous bow just at the waist, keeping his eyes on you guys. And as he does so, he greets you. I am Hida Kuan. How can I help you?
Hida Kuan, so nice to meet you. I am Anita Sol, and these are my friends. We have worked with you a little bit in the past, and specifically worked with
Say his name. Our friend.
Our
friend.
What's that?
Yeah, it's just a friend. Don't say his name.
In Anita's ear. Don't say the name seeker's name. Don't say his actual full name. Just.
Oh yes. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So we had worked with one of the name seekers, and we are looking to speak with him again if possible. We had helped him some time back, and we're hoping you could help us.
He raises an eyebrow at you guys. There are no name seekers here. Are you sure you're in the right place?
We actually, that's a good question. So we were thinking about the fact that that he may not be here at the embassy, but that they may be in Rokugan. So we were looking for a little bit of guidance on how we might be able to locate them if they weren't here at the embassy.
Roll a persuasion check, please.
I'm fairly good at these.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
You
were just barely good.
Oh my
Do I
god.
I don't even have a plus 15 on anything.
Fucking
Yeah.
words,
I'm
man.
just fairly
I
good
don't
at
either.
this.
We're not skill monkeys, the sorcerers and the finders. Rilo, don't worry about it. I don't either.
Holy shit.
Well, perhaps would you be available for tea?
Always available for tea.
Hey, always available for a nice cup of tea.
Exactly.
He looks at the group there and looks at his guards. Very well.
Does he look like he's
Pardon.
about to ask some of us to wait outside?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, I think Silas will just try to get ahead of it very politely and very deferentially to offer like and kind of glance at the rest of the group apologetically, hoping you're fine with this, but he's just going to try and like seize a social moment and just apologetically be like, most of us are happy to wait outside. Unfortunately, one of us, ideally myself, does need to travel with her for safety's sake. We're traveling together. We sort of keep an eye on one another, but I think most of us are happy to wait out here as long as one of us joins Anita, if that would be all right with you.
He nods. I appreciate the understanding. Choose who you will. Two of you, welcome. And he's going to take a couple steps back.
All right, so yeah, Anita will indicate Silas should join. And
I was going to glance at Rilo. Like, if Rilo feels strongly about it, I would let Rilo join as well. I don't want to I'm not trying to box anybody else out of the meeting. I'm just trying to get the meeting while not being separate.
No, that's good. I mean, if Rilo wants to go in, he'll go in.
Sure enough.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Alongside his...
all the, yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Chase.
Right alongside his partner, King Stormhammer.
Love it. All right, so Silas and Anita will walk in.
All right, so give me just a second here to get everything else situated for you guys. All right, and over here.
Hold it, I remember this.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, we're gonna not say that out loud.
huh? You're not going to say that out loud?
No, we're gonna be doing our passive deceptions to just make sure it's clear. Like, oh, I've never seen this place before. Oh my goodness, what nice art. Oh wow, I don't know the layout at all. Oh.
Okay. He steps over to the side. And then over to here. Crossing the koi pond. There's beautiful koi fish down in the pond. He does not indicate that he's going to slow down for you guys, but comes to this door. Opens it and goes inside and sits down at a mat.
Oh. I mean, holy crap. Who's your friend?
He smiles. The shadows are everywhere.
Fair enough.
And you get this ominous feeling that you guys passed a ton of shadows coming in here that you probably didn't quite look well at. And he will gesture to Silas to close the door.
I'll close the door behind me. Does it seem... Let me ask this. Is the guard standing?
He is.
Then, unless it seems like it would be inordinately rude, I will also mimic that, and I'll just stand by the door so that Anita can sit and lead, and I'll just be sort of out of the way.
Okay. He gestures to the other side of the table. Yeah, right there.
So that she's sitting at the table, not sitting on top of the table.
Yep, that's fine. As he begins to pour the tea, he smiles. So, I do not recall us having business in the past. You said that you have helped us in the past? It is not many who know the name of name seekers.
We didn't actually help the embassy itself. We assisted a particular name seeker with an issue, which is how we found out about name seekers in general. It's been over a while.
Indeed, I have not heard of any name seekers in this part of the world in quite some time. What was your business with him?
Oh, none whatsoever. Except we were asked. We were simply asked to help him out of a difficult situation, which we did.
Can Silas just make a point of, he's just gonna scratch his neck, but in a way that opens up his jacket. The way in the Wild West they used to find ways to open up their jacket so you could see a gun inside. He's just gonna scratch his neck and open up his jacket to let a bit of the a blue compass peek out, to just try and indicate how we may have done what Anita was saying, subtly, without saying the words blue compass out loud.
Interesting. He gets a glimpse of that And he looks sharply back at Anita. Are you here to threaten us?
Oh, absolutely not. We are literally here looking for your help in locating what was a not a friend, but a friendly acquaintance, and we thought that perhaps you might be able to assist us.
Your assistant here brandishes an item that was placed upon the pillow of my wife and that of my mother and my own pillow about a year ago in a covert entrance. That was not a pleasant surprise.
Yes. I can't speak to that, unfortunately. We don't have we're sort of in management. We were simply helping just one individual with their needs as it came to the name seeker. I wish I could tell you more, but of course we are hoping to, all things that we do are somewhat require discretion. And so we're simply trying to be discreet.
Scorpions in the house of the crabs. I understand. And the shadowy figure in the corner has not moved. Like, you're not sure that's even a living person. They don't even appear to be breathing almost. They're just standing there, stock still, eyes not moving whatsoever. And he looks at you too. So, you seek assistance with a name seeker. What would you have me do?
We're looking for. To be honest, we don't understand. We have never been educated as the protocols of looking for the name seekers within the lands of Rokugani, and we were hoping that you might be able to assist us in our endeavor.
Wow. To be approached and actually have someone seeking those of the Nezumi and looking to entertain the conversation of their magic. You dabble in dangerous waters.
Often. Yes. But with the best of all intentions.
The best of intentions tend to lead to dangerous and deadly places.
Would it help you to know our motivations?
What are your motivations, assistant?
Anita's better. I mean, Anita's great at explaining. Just thought maybe if she was willing, Anita, you can give the context. Our question doesn't exist in a vacuum. There is an even darker place than the one our intentions would lead to, that we are heading towards if we don't get the name seeker's help. But Anita knows all about that.
Please elaborate. As he slides you a cup of tea.
Lovely. Anita will taste the tea and look suitably impressed as she sets the cup down. And then we'll take a moment to savor that before replying and saying, yes, indeed. We are currently fighting one that has no name, that is threatening many beings, ourselves included, but certainly not exclusively. And we are hoping that the name seeker will be able to help us to find his name, or if not, then to fight him and be an ally.
Interesting. He looks at you and pours himself a cup of tea, takes a deep, long drink, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Great, lovely. Not great at these.
I'll let you know that as soon as Anita drank something, I'm holding an action for a dimension door if I don't like if things get
Okay.
hostile.
Anita, you now have disadvantage on all deception checks.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. We weren't planning on lying to him anyways. At least not no more than we already have.
But he
Yeah.
drank from the same tea, which is interesting.
Yeah,
Fair
so
enough.
probably are both. So we're both telling the truth. We are
He
just
smiles. So, as far as protocols, the Nezumi are a wild people, and your relationship with them is your business. However, approaching them is fraught with difficulties and dangers, for they reside in the Shadowlands of Rokugan, on the other side of the wall. If you wish to approach them, we can give you directions and even a map to get there. But it is dangerous, and you will risk facing Onis and a variety of undead forces should you vary from our maps.
that would be fantastic. We would love that assistance. We appreciate the warning. That will also be helpful.
You will also have the unenviable task of trying to convince the leader of the clan to allow you access to the wall. And he is a brutish and cunning man. Wise beyond what you would expect. But he cares for the safety of the country and does not allow people free access to dangers that they do not understand.
He sounds wise indeed.
How would you go to Rokugan? It is many weeks and months by boat.
We will go by magic.
Very well. And he will take out a pen and a piece of parchment and write down a portal address for you guys to use.
Amazing.
Would you? Can I? The sending stones are telepathic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just telepathically ask Anita if she thinks there's a possibility for us to get maybe like a formal letter of rec would be too much, but like maybe a very watered down, like maybe a post-it of introduction instead of a letter of recommendation, like something to just make our asking this guy a little bit easier, just so he knows we've had a good conversation with this man.
As you do that through the sending stones, this person glances at you and snorts with a little bit of a giggle.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
Okay. So yeah.
I'm happy to give him like a sub nod. I don't think I'm doing anything surreptitious or like crazy. Just
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay to get a little bit of a snort from.
It's
yeah.
It's weird that the guard, from what you can insight, was able to listen in on the sending stone.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
But I'll give him a nod. Like we're good. I get it. No worries.
So Anita's just going to ask if there is if we could request one additional thing. Although you have been so generous up until now, it would be nice if you could provide us with a letter of recommendation or something that would pave our way to a smoother introduction to this, as you say, rather brutish fellow.
He looks at you and nods. For what is it's worth, I will give you such a letter. And then we are done. And he slides the blue compass to you.
Oh, interesting.
that you guys had left on the pillows of their house,
believe we
all three
did.
of them.
I don't
Yeah,
think I don't think that was us.
you guys didn't do it. Someone else did.
Right, which
But
I think
he's-
Silas is going to take this opportunity to just be like, look, for what it's worth, I don't know that I'd call the organization that holds on to these compasses respectable, but they are generally subtle. And I think it's more likely that these were left here by somebody who wanted you to believe they were left here by the Blue Compass than that they were left here by the Blue Compass themselves. I don't know. I haven't investigated your place. I have no idea, but they're not known for leaving a calling card.
And yet you display it as your own.
Oh, I'm not subtle. I'm a subcontractor. They're subtle. And they're unlikely to. I'm the exception that proves the rule. Trust me.
So are you calling in a favor or are you not?
I don't. My comment was irrelevant. Was separate from that because we are separate from whatever happened to you with these compasses left on your pillow. So my comment was just an observation that
Then
I doubt
perhaps I cannot be of assistance. I apologize for the miscommunication. I believed that you were insinuating that you were here to do business as a representative of that organization. And he takes his letter of recommendation and the portal address and starts rolling them up.
I don't think he's understanding, or you're not. I was saying that my comment about the compasses being left on the pillow was completely separate from what Anita is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Not because the blue compass is separate from this situation,
Right.
but because my observation about what was left on the pillow was in a vacuum. My observation was, hey, in general, they don't leave things on pillow, so I don't know if that was them. It had nothing to do with what, like, Anita had been negotiating, which is what he's trying to do.
And he is
He was
he's only helping you because he has felt threatened by the delivery of these blue compasses into his organization. And you
And he
displayed the blue
should.
compass.
And he totally should, but I'm trying to do, like, I hope he is insightful enough to know that I'm trying to do him the solid of letting him know he should maybe be paranoid in more direction than just one.
And
At least, like, I think his body language
and he is, yeah.
delivery is that Silas clearly is trying to,
Yeah.
like, throw this guy a bit of free information as a thank you.
Yeah,
Like,
and
for helping.
he thought that he was being blackmailed for this information. And so this information isn't free. And so the communication he's giving you now is that he thought he was being blackmailed by people who were enforcing that stuff.
Then I think Silas should react with, like, oh, well, we're not trying to blackmail you. We're trying to do this on good terms. If this information isn't free, tell us how we can earn it so then we're not twisting your arm for a letter of rec, but so that it's genuine.
Well, and he'll pause. Well, what can you do that would convince me to recommend you as strangers in my house?
What do you want? What do you need? You have something going on. Something in your life that you're like, God, if only I had the time, the inclination, the resolve, the effort, the resources. We've got all of those in spades. What do you got going on?
He looks around. I live in an embassy far from home with a beautiful wife and a mother who cooks wonderful food. All my needs are met. And short of political influence that I have to occasionally go and deal with in court, I have a very wonderful life.
Influence is another thing I can get you, but it sounds like if that's the only thing you spend. But
you seem to be the ones in need of assistance.
yeah, and I didn't think we were, at least if I know Anita when she's trying to blackmail somebody. I don't think that's what she was trying to do. I don't think we were trying to get this assistance from you on coercive terms. Anita, and knowing you've just drank the tea, were we trying to get this information from them on coercive terms?
No, I think, we've been, I have been very upfront with you. We thought that perhaps since this people reside in Rokugan, that you would be able to provide us information, which you have done. So we certainly would also love to have the teleportation address as well as the letter of rec. We probably can find other ways of getting there, but we would certainly it would be much better with your help. And as I was saying before, we are doing this for the greater good, if you will. So with the evil that we're fighting is threatening us all, not just us and not just the Blue Compass, but is threatening all beings. And so we're looking for assistance for that. So we're hoping that is your motivation.
Your words are very general in scope. And the Blue Compass, he smiles coldly at you guys, is not necessarily a welcome organization within these walls.
Again, we are not representatives of the Blue Compass. We do work with them, but we work with many groups and many individuals. We try to be choosy, but we're also trying to make a living. So us and our friends have a set of skills that we use to make a living as a group.
Interesting. Skills with which you make a living as a group. I've heard that from everyone in all time. Everyone has skills that they use to make a living. Let us reset. You wish for the teleportation address to my homeland, and you wish for me to recommend you to the chieftain of my clan. I know your name, and I know that you claim to be doing something for the greater good. That is all that I know.
You also know that she can't really lie to you right now. But all right.
Well, you don't know that at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know that at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I don't
Fair
think
enough.
Anita knows that. Yeah. I don't even think Anita knows that. She just feels very friendly, and she's going to lean over and just be like, and by the way, you have beautiful eyes.
He smiles. Thank you. My wife thinks so too.
Lovely. I'll bet she also has beautiful eyes.
She does. So, in an effort to garner trust between our two peoples, what is this threat and why should I recommend you?
I mean, I don't think that we are giving away any secrets if we tell you that this being that we are fighting is a lich, and their goal is to bring all of Faerun under their control, perhaps the entire material plane. We don't know, but we do know that if we don't stop them from succeeding, that we're all going to pay the price. The Rokugani, and as well as all people. So we've crossed his path, so he's focused on us a little bit. He was working with my sister for a little while.
Sister?
Yes, a sister that I had not seen in many years that had taken a sort of evil turn. But our paths have been mixed together, so we are put on this path where we feel like we are the ones that need to defend creation from this uncreator, if you will. And so that's why we are looking for assistance from good people such as yourself.
What was your sister's name? Because you look very familiar.
She's gone by many names, but when I knew her, her name was Charity.
And the guy in the corner puts his hand on a small sword at his hip. And the gentleman across the table from you looks at you. You state that she was the one in the wrong and not yourselves, and that you are not the ones in league with the Unmaker.
These things are true.
Sorry, I think that was in and out of character. I think he has a very genuine like burst of laughter at the suggestion that I hope an insight of 4 would be like, oh, he genuinely thought that was hysterical to imagine. Go ahead.
Because we have had dealings with a woman named Charity who appears as you do and has quite convincing powers that she has used to great effect on our benefit. She has brought criminals to justice and brought certain old artifacts to us.
I cannot warn you any stronger than to be careful of any dealings with her. She is, if not herself evil, is certainly at this point being fully controlled by a very evil being.
Interesting.
Yeah. So my guess is she wants something from you, and is using is attempting to use your good graces and rolling initiative. Using your good graces to make sure that she can get from you what she needs. She's done this before. She's done this with the family of friends. She's done this at monasteries. So we've run into her many times. She can be quite convincing.
Yes, that she can. Because she asked for the same things you now ask for. A teleportation address, a letter of recommendation, and a way to find the name seekers.
Then
We should probably let me just say that sort of heightens the need for us to go, I believe.
telepathically, especially now that I know the guard will overhear and maybe the other guy will hear as well. Telepathically, Silas tells Anita, then they're fucked. They've doomed themselves, and if they help us here, then maybe we can save them. But otherwise, and he sounds 100% honest. He thinks that they've doomed themselves. This is holy shit. Really thought we were doing this out of the goodness of our hearts, but this might actually be the country's last chance at survival. Okay. Woof.
You speak well, and your assistant hides his emotions in a way that tempts me to play cards with him at some point in the future.
He is a passionate individual, for sure.
My assistant here indicates that I should give you the information you seek. And if my assistant deems it so, I will do so. And so he hands over the rolled up address for Rokugan and the rolled up letter of recommendation. And as he does so, he breaks out a little candle, lights the candle, and out of a small box at his left hip, pulls out a couple little squares and a little tiny spoon. Holds the spoon over the candle, puts the 2 squares in the spoon and melts the little squares. He pours them onto the seam of the scrolls and takes a ring and puts his seal on the 2 scrolls. And as you look, it's a seal of a crab, and the wax is bright blue. The assistant leans over and puts 2 squares of red wax in the same little spoon and seals it with a ring, and this seal is that of a scorpion.
Interesting.
And
So-
that's on the letter of recommendation.
Yes. You had said that the crab and the scorpion in the same household.
He smiles and nods. I hope the tea was to your liking.
The tea was quite good.
I believe our business is done. I
It
wish
is-
you well, and if you do venture into the Shadowlands, stay alive.
We will do our best, and we will do our best for you as well, and your people.
Thanks for your time. I'll take you up on those cards one day, if you want.
He looks up at you. Bring much gold.
All right, so Anita, Silas, if you will open the door, Anita,
Yeah.
we'll head out.
And he's going to stay here as you guys walk out. And the door will close behind you guys.
All right, and just realized that I didn't say this out loud, but Anita would have picked up the scroll of it, obviously.
Sure.
Offering. And the
All
letter.
right, so you have a sealed letter of recommendation from the Rokugani Embassy.
Yes. And the coordinates for the teleportation circle?
Yep.
Those are not sealed, though, right?
Those are not sealed. You can open and read those.
Yes. I will say that now that we're all out here, and maybe we should move away from the embassy, but having a sealed letter of recommendation is a little nerve-wracking. That
Solid gift from academics. I haven't gotten to read a single letter of rec from any of my professors. I just have to assume.
Gee, I wonder why.
yeah.
God.
Wow.
He didn't write it. He didn't write the letter in front of you.
He wrote it in front of me, but I don't. But where Anita was sitting, there's no way.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and do you read Rokugani right now?
I was about to say he doesn't.
Yeah. So why would Charity be looking for the Nameseekers?
I want the name too.
I want the name.
That's yeah.
Because if they can get it, then that gives them power.
They want Etchifuru's name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to regain
That's
his,
the only place
his
it
full power.
exists, and it's
He's forgotten his name.
if you were Superman, you'd be looking for the only piece of kryptonite on Earth, so that nobody else got to it. He is also looking for it. That was in character, by the way. Silas makes a Superman reference to Ryla.
Yeah.
Just definitely.
Yay, DC Comics
I-
is canon!
I think I saw that play once a while ago.
By the way, I totally apologize to the group. Like, I thought fully, not that the rest of them in character know how bad Silas almost threw it away at the end there. I fully thought as a thank you to him, I was giving him the heads up that he might want to look in a different direction. I didn't think I was risking a sure thing. So I apologize to Anita and to the...
Put it on because although we almost risked something, we gained something that we didn't have before. And that's, we didn't know about charity. That all came out of the conversation at the end.
Yeah.
When we were trying to, so like, there's no reason to apologize that that we wound up with more than we bargained for.
Yeah, they were starting to out of character. They were helping you to start off because like a gunslinger, you flash the blue compass and like, oh crap, here they are calling in the favor, which you didn't know about.
Yeah, which he didn't know about. And no, it makes perfect sense. There's stuff going on he didn't know. He also thought it was more discreet in the context, or not discreet, but with an EET, but with an ETE, as in specific, because in the context he said, how did you know the name seeker? And so I was trying to answer it as in, that's how, that just as in a very specific, that's how we knew the name seeker. Not like I thought it was just an answer to that very limited question.
Yeah.
Because again, he doesn't know that there were blue compasses left on the guy's pillow.
Yeah. Yeah. A different group, at the behest of Gerard, snuck into the embassy and placed blue compasses on the 3 pillows of the head people of the embassy.
Yeah, there's a lot of politics going on. I'm sure at some point the Rokugani were doing something the Cormyreans didn't like, and that was their version of leaving a horse head in their bed. And like, it all makes sense. There's a lot of international politics going on. We're just not.
And then you show up and you're like, "Hey, you like horse heads?"
Totally, absolutely. That is absolutely what he said. Hey, you like horse heads? It's funny. Yeah. Cool.
Hell. So
we've got it.
You didn't happen to ask how long ago Charity was here, right?
No,
they did not.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking back on it,
I would like to have been here several times.
What I didn't want to get into was the fact that we had destroyed Charity, because he had already said that he. I didn't want to well, I know it's got to be more than 3 weeks ago because I left her in a puddle of sludge. I figured that was the best way to be like, yeah, I met your old friend. But you're right. It would have been good to know the timeline, because then we would know if maybe she's been brought back.
I don't think it was recently enough, because we didn't get any sort of "you were just here." He said you looked familiar, but like, I don't know. To me, if you just saw somebody like 4 days ago, you'd be like, "What are you doing back so soon?" You wouldn't be like, "Hello, what's your name? You look familiar." Like, I don't know. Obviously, could be wrong. That's just.
So we probably need to go, don't we?
I don't know. Well, if Charity's been here before, one assumes that she's already done whatever damage she's going to do. So if we need to visit your tribe, I don't think that's going to be a long trip, from what you've told us. So I think that if you want us to visit the tribe, then we could do that. And then
actually, that might be a good idea. Yeah, because Liam still has a day or two on his book, and we shouldn't go to the Rokugani before Liam finishes the book. So we should make use of that day or two if you want it to go visit your tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. What about Cass and
Nick? What do you guys think?
It's Steel.
Deal. I'm all for it. Plus, I think going. I think going to the Rokugani at some point would be the name seekers could be a potential really big opportunity to get some interesting magics.
They do.
For the record, I can hear the difference in your voice right now with the apple.
I was just thinking the same thing. That's so funny.
Honestly, the worst reaction right now is the fact that my eyes are itching.
Yeah, that's what I can hear is like, yeah, I understand.
God damn. Worth it.
Well, let's check in with Liam. If he's not currently reading when we get back, we'll check in with him and see if he's good with the that timeline.
Okay, so you guys head back to the Longstairs Consortium, and as you guys walk in, Liam is going to be sitting there, poring over his book, cramming, as he works on trying to learn all of the dexterous tips and tricks that are in this book.
Yep.
Hey, I know you're doing this for like many hours today, Liam. So I don't know when will be a good breaking point for you. So if you have like 5 minutes to stop, we can update you on our embassy conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Let me finish this chapter an hour later. Let me finish this chapter. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, I mean, we'll give you an update, update you on what we just spoke about, and see if what your thoughts are about. I don't know. Doesn't seem like anything changed. We're still going to go to the Rokugani soon. Sounds like we need to be more careful than we thought. Sounds like the relationship is a little different than we thought. Yeah, what do you think about the timeline?
I mean, yeah, I think you guys handled it perfectly. I think the timeline works really well with what we need to get done. The fact that Charity talked to them, it's both surprising and also not surprising. Like, I should have thought that she would talk to them if we knew that the Rokugani had the name of this individual, then I'm sure she would have found out as well. So it shouldn't have been a surprise.
All right, cool. So, I don't know time. I mean, up to you, Liam, if you want to come with us. I know you have like a few more hours today and like most of your day tomorrow, I think, that you have to read. So I don't know if you want to just hang here and read or
I think I just have today.
Like Whitesteel.
If I read all day today, I think I'm done with the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just have today, and then I'm done.
But I also think it's morning today. Like, I think it's like we said we woke up and went to the embassy. So like, I think we were just gonna pop out like now, because then you can be done and then you can come with us. I know you're trying to get to Sembia sooner rather than later. So now, as soon as you're done reading, we can go straight to the Rokugani, and then from there we won't have any pit stops afterwards. We'll go straight to Sembia.
All right. Well, yeah. Like, if you guys feel that you don't need me there, then yeah, I'll just stay here and finish reading the book.
I mean, it's more about the day. Like, if you want to wait the day, like, we can wait the day. I don't need but I just knew, in general, I had shifted my strategic timing gear into getting there as efficiently as possible, because you wanted to get to Sembia as efficiently as possible, which meant like getting this day. If you want to wait the day so that you can tag along, I'm happy to sit and drink today. Like, so what do you got? Well, I'll look at the rest of the group. I don't know what kind of a rush Rilo's in either.
Yeah. Anita will leave it to Rilo, since this is Rilo's homeland.
Yeah, we can wait. One more day. One more day is okay.
Okay. So, you guys gonna mosey around town while he reads?
Rilo, you want a 1v1 Kerpex? You wanna go in the Iron Boot? You wanna go in the ring?
We've
got a whole day to kill, and a couple of you are itching. Cass, I've got money to spare to bet on you against anybody.
I don't know. Yeah, I hadn't planned on that. I guess so.
I mean, it's on a meta level as well. Obviously,
Yep.
we can say it's the next morning in like 4 seconds. So if you guys would rather do that, let's totally just do that and get to the plot level. So I'm more asking out of character than I am in character, because we could just say Rilo and Silas killed time at the Iron Boot, and bam, it's the next morning. Either way. So,
All
what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's move the plot.
Okay, moving the plot along. So you guys go out and have a good time with the Iron Boot. Let's go ahead and get a D2 from the two of you guys.
Well, I was literally about to just say I deduct 25 gold because I assume I lost it, but we can roll for it. That's fine.
All right. So as you guys do your rolls, Silas, you lose 25 gold.
Check it out.
Rilo,
I think it's supposed to
other
be a
slash.
forward slash.
No, and it's also 1d2. You got to do that. Oh, maybe
right.
it isn't. Maybe if you just
Yep.
do 2-2.
So Rilo, you will lose 25 gold betting on the different fights. Knick-Knack, however, won 25 gold.
Of course he did. Of course he
Sounds
did.
about right.
So, because we went full 50-50 booking, there you go.
Totally.
Anita's just going to perform at the. She's going to do a little busking at the consortium for the
Okay.
paper.
Okay, you will get 11 gold pieces for busking here at the Longstairs Consortium tonight.
Lovely.
Cass, what are you doing this evening?
Yeah, iron boot stuff also sounds fun.
Okay, are you going to be gambling or are you just simply observing?
Sure, let's do a little gambling.
All right, let's roll your D2, please.
Damn it.
Okay, you will also
Silence!
lose 25 gold.
I knew you were gonna blame me. I was about to say, I know Cass is gonna be like, I trusted you on who to pick, and I said you picked the wrong one. I knew it. Which is probably what happened. We probably picked the wrong one together.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, so yeah, you guys have a
Everybody
wonderful
knows
evening.
these fights are rigged anyway, right?
Oh no, they're not. Absolutely not. Wow.
I'm mad they didn't let you attack
Well, I heard a
Jerry.
story. I heard a story once about this guy.
About this
Alright.
one guy long time ago.
Yep.
Something about a blue blazer.
Yeah.
I can also see Rilo like disapproving of why Cass and I bet on people. Like I could see like
Oh
Cass
no,
and I
he totally
just,
gets
like,
it.
see- Oh, okay. Because I could see us seeing like 2 or 3 like bugbear warriors and like some level weird, like she's on. So Cat and I are like have to draw like touch on the woman inside. But for like Rilo's.
No, Rilo's totally into it. He gets it. I mean,
Totally.
he bets on almost all the fights for sure.
And meanwhile, Nick Knack's the only one that walks away with gold.
Yeah, because Nick Nack's sitting there looking at like the log sheets and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had, I mean, couldn't you tell that, like, that second fighter clearly had a fight with his wife earlier this morning? He was not in the right mindset.
Nick Knack, the boots. Did you see the boots? Thigh high.
They were made for walking, and that's just what they did.
Wow.
Excellent.
All right. So, yeah, you guys spent the night at the Iron Boot and busking at the Longstairs Consortium. Liam, you will finish your reading. You get your bonus to your dexterity.
Yes,
And the book loses its magic for the next 100 years.
that's fine.
Yeah, let's
I'm
fuck
happy to be. Yeah, exactly.
We
In
just
100 years, I'll read it again. Like,
All right. So the next morning dawns. You guys have a little bit of a hangover, not too much. The Iron Boot does not encourage drinking to excess.
oh my god,
Um,
my AC is so beautiful. Oh, I love it.
What's your AC at now?
24, naturally.
Cool.
The fuck?
It's so beautiful. I love it.
I'm going to smile and nod as you enjoy your 24 AC.
I am going to enjoy it, and nobody can stop me.
Eric's, I mean, like, I don't know. In my head, I'd be like, here are some intelligence and charisma saves headed your way. Like,
All it takes is one grapple and a long fall.
Next level, that will not be a problem anymore.
Yeah. Meanwhile, a certain individual dressed in full plate armor walks by with the most fabulous brown hair, and he whistles a tune. And as he does so, there's a Mexican guitar riff from somewhere in the consortium. As you see Sancho, or Sancho Cervantes walk by.
I don't
It's
think
like-
Liam has ever interacted with Sancho.
Hello. I don't think so. But
Oh,
at this point, he walks up to you. Hello, melancholy individual. How are you today?
Okay.
It does not matter. It does not matter how your day goes. You will have a good day because you have met Sancho Cervantes and survived the gloriousness of my hair. And he will walk away.
He's gonna raise an eyebrow and go, and like look at his tankard, like, what the fuck did they put in here? Set it back down.
So,
And I'm assuming like the magic of the book has also made him quite sore just because of the Like, it's physically changed him, right?
A little bit, yeah.
So he's gonna put the book in his bag and he's gonna, like, hobble over to his room and just pass out.
Okay. So
Going
the
into
next
his
morning
progress.
dawns, and you guys are met with the smell of pancakes and waffles and omelets downstairs. As Brad is serving breakfast to everyone who wants it, you see an entire table full of bagged lunches for the adventurers going out for the day. There's 5 different groups leaving the Longstriders Consortium this morning, y'all included.
Oh my god. Brad is such a sweetheart.
Yeah. Each of the sack lunches has a sandwich, a section of smoked fish, granola, and a water skin.
Amazing.
You linked to Sancho's hair? Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It's admittedly very good.
Yes.
That double laser.
Cassie's going to imitate Sancho. Awesome. I am totally going to play this up. Different
Oh, yeah.
campaigns.
He gets. Oh my god! Can you just see like Cass like literally walking like him behind him as he
Oh
walks?
yeah, I have to do that next Sunday that he plays. I'm gonna have Cass make an appearance as Sancho and just confuse the
Yes,
tar
please.
out of him.
It's
Yeah,
like
are
those
they new
magic
players?
mirrors.
Are they new players?
Sancho
No, that's
was
the
played
Sunday
by a
group
guy
character.
who used to play Cax, the lizard folk druid in the Sunday group, but he is back now thanks to real life. And
Oh, they probably haven't. They probably haven't run into Cass then.
no, they have not run into Cass, not yet.
Not
But yeah,
yet!
he's a new character as of a month and a half ago, 2 months ago now. Yeah, guy got his life together during the summer. Like, seriously, dude changed his life. He lost like 60 pounds and got his CPA and everything. Like, he did everything all in like 4 months. Crazy, motivated individual. So, Sancho Cervantes is a success story and one of my favorite role players in all of my games. So, if you want to listen to him play on Sundays, absolutely hit up the Pizza Toy Villa stuff. He's hilarious. So, Brad gets you guys all situated with breakfast and everything. Cass is playing with her new form. What else would you guys love to do this morning before headed out?
No,
We're going to Whitesteel, right?
yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
All
Let's go.
So you
I
guys
guess
head
it's just-
out. Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead. Never mind. Nope, we're
You
good.
guys
We're
headed
going.
out of the consortium.
Heading
Yep.
on out.
All right.
Making my way down.
Before we walk out,
Yeah?
Anita does want to play the Threads of Fate for today, since she
Okay.
did any of her portent rolls yesterday.
Okay.
Guidance.
Well, thank you. I was
Guidance.
Sorry, I was muted. I will be using minor illusion to like give you some backup vocals or background music.
lovely, lovely.
31 plus guidance.
Plus 20 to performance. It's fucking ridiculous.
Mhm. It's 32.
Yeah.
All right, I'll jump in. I'll spend them. Fuck, I can't do it.
Oh my god!
Okay,
All right.
then and then I say, hey, sorry, brother. This probably doesn't matter, but just because your tribe, and I know we just heard that it was solved, and I'm glad, and I hope that's true. But just because your tribe had like a whole Fae situation earlier, if we wait an hour, I'll have those sorcery points back. So let's like take a long breakfast, get some extra coffee, take an hour. I get those sorcery points back. I just don't want. I don't want like us to. there was this powerful fey creature that they were like, it's fine, she's gone now. And I could just so see us walking in and her turning around and being like, welcome, you've come at just the right time. And like, I would like my sorcery points, please, if that happens. So we wait an hour if that's okay, and then we go.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
So you watch as all 4 of the other groups manage to get all their stuff together and leave, and you guys are left alone in the Longstairs Consortium, looking up at this sign that you can't read. It says, "Tip Brad," or else.
I think I
And
can
then
read
there's
it.
a script underneath it that you guys can't read.
Didn't we put up the tip? Oh no, I remember who put up.
Knick-Knack put the tips on that, right?
Yep. All me.
And Brad looks over at you. I don't know what it says, but it works.
Of course, it's no magic.
What
Also,
does it say?
It says "Tip Brad."
Yeah, no, like Liam is asking Knick-Knack, what does it say? Like, can you say it in Gnomish, please?
Hershey. And that's literally how I say it. Like, I'm not speaking Gnomish, I'm just gonna say Hershey.
So, as you hear Herger, Liam, your tongue of the sun and moon, it's like, it doesn't make any sense.
You just raise an eyebrow and go like, okay. Just go back to eating
you know what?
your
It
food.
is a special, rare Gnomish tongue and dialect. You might just not be able to pick up on it. It's okay. It happens from time to time. We
I
all
don't think that's how that
experience
works.
disappointments.
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, how do you? Are you an expert in gnome magic?
No, well,
Then that's exactly it. See, it just doesn't work with gnome magic.
okay, Knick-Knack.
So,
I'm
as you
actually,
guys,
I'm actually
Go ahead.
quoting a movie here, just for the record, if anyone's ever seen My Blue Heaven.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're doing.
I don't think I have.
Classic.
I'll have to put that on my list.
It's Rick Moranis, Joan Cusack, and Steve Martin.
Must be ancient then, because Rick Moranis just got back into film.
Yeah, it's 80s.
All right. So, you guys find yourself out on the street outside the Longstairs Consortium. Rested. You have your sorcery points back. The Threads of Fate have been played for the day. You guys have an 11 and a 2 to be used, so an average roll and a low roll. Where you guys want to go?
Knick-Knack, here are the coordinates. I think we actually don't walk out front. We walk to Knick-Knack's room, right? That's where he has the teleportation circle.
Can we teleport out of here? Oh wait, we did teleport here, so yeah, we can. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, Knick-Knack, let's go.
So you guys go up to Knick-Knack's room. Yes? As you guys walk
Yes,
up
you
to
wanna do that?
Knick-Knack's room, you see Knick-Knack standing there. And he looks over his shoulder at you guys for a moment before opening the door. Do you then open the door, Knick-Knack?
I'm going to be very, kind of poke my head in and look around. Just go.
Okay. I need 2 stealth checks, please, Knick-Knack. Okay, cool. All right. So you walk into your room. You guys all walk into Knick-Knack's room, and you don't know what he was doing, but there's nothing here.
You got mice?
Yes,
Or what's the problem, man?
Moth. Yeah, moths.
Moths.
I've never
The
heard
highest
someone go
predator.
to mobs.
Moth.
Well, there won't be Winnie and Whitesteel. Let's go.
So Knick-Knack, what you doing?
Are we teleporting or circle of teleporting? I think I need a teleport, right?
Yeah, we teleport there, I think.
Because I don't know. I don't have a knowledge of a magical circle in Whitesteel. So,
Oh, okay.
Rilo,
Yeah.
think of home. You
And then
know,
Click your heels together 3 times.
that's actually exactly what I was gonna say.
I love that we all did the same thing at the same time.
I just need you to think of home.
All right.
All right.
There's no other place but home.
So here's the question, Eric. I'm going to try to
Mhm.
teleport us to the center of the, in the middle of Whitesteel. What would you describe as Knickknack's familiarity with Whitesteel having been there?
That's what I was about to ask you. Is what are you using as your focus?
I'm going to. Oh shit! I'm going to use Rilo.
No, you can't use a person. So,
Anything he owns that was made at Whitesteel, which is almost.
Oh, actually,
everything
strike
he
that. I have
owns.
something. No. Actually, I have a better idea. I'm going to whip out. I'm going to whip out a Volfag stone. A
okay.
Volfag stone. Because I still have 6 pounds of them in my bag.
Okay. Interesting.
And I'm going to use that as a focus.
Okay. Awesome. So, based off of using Volfag Stone and your teleportation, interesting. That's very interesting. As the room becomes very quiet, as Knickknack marks out the circle, the teleportation spell begins to flare. And is everyone willing to go with him wherever this leads?
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, we hope so.
Okay.
Yep.
I
and it
need a
was-
D100.
Pretty sure we're about to
please.
go straight into a fucking mountain that these were mined from, or the mines.
All right.
Oh, but that's
You
good.
will-
High is good.
Appear directly in the center of the forest. Right where you intended to
Yay!
be, in the center of the clearing, surrounded by a good 400 to 500 Whitesteel members in the middle of their Saturday lovely flea market.
Yeah.
And they draw weapons until they see Rilo, at which point they all cheer.
We wait politely for it to click. I don't think we're offended at the weapons thing. We just wait politely for everyone to notice that it's Rilo and that we're just hanging out with him.
Okay. As the ruckus of your arrival has drawn a bit of attention, Goras will show up, his large bald form striding out of the crowd. Comes up to you, Rilo, and gives you a massive bear hug.
Yeah,
And
he'll try to match it, but I think Goris is stronger than I am.
yes. And as he does so, Cass and Anita, he winks very meaningfully to the both of you.
I wink back.
As does Anita. Anita will also wink back.
And he nods and gestures for later.
I give him the thumbs up.
Perhaps my...
Okay. So, what do you guys want to do? Is he will release Rilo from the bear hug?
So I'll ask him how things are going. I mean, we've been gone quite a while, and just a little bit of chit chat, and then I'm going to ask him to take us to my brother. To
Okay.
Elrod.
He indicates with thumbs up that things are going good. He looks around at the crowd and does a thumbs up. And it's at that point you realize not everyone at the flea market today is Whitesteel. There are some halflings running around. and they are participating in trade with the tribe.
Okay.
They're all very well dressed, and most of them are dressed in armor, chain, leather, full plate, and it's all immaculate and super finely made.
Oh wow. All right, that's new.
As Goras leads you to the front of the clearing, your brother is seated there, passing judgment on a couple of small discussions and arguments that have risen from the tribe, doing his chiefly things. As you guys walk up, he wraps up the current one and looks up at you. Ah, wasn't expecting you guys back. Welcome. Everything okay?
Yeah, we've just been gone a really long time, and
Not
We
as
still
long
have
as
a lot-
last time,
not
but
as
you're
long.
welcome.
We still have a lot to do, but short rest and visit home. And I've heard of a lot. Maybe I thought you'd catch me up on what's going on.
Well, a lot has gone on. We had a group of friends of yours come through. They said that they knew you. I hope that my trust was not misplaced.
No, I think, yeah, I know of them. We're not extremely close, but yes, I think they're very trustworthy.
Okay. They came through, and you know that staff that supposedly of legend in the old maze somewhere here in the forest? They went and retrieved that, and they patched up relationships with the Krolik, and so we now have a good relationship with them, and they're a good allied tribe with us now, and they are here doing trade with us.
So things are much better now, is that right?
Yeah, ever since that your friends took care of that Fae woman, we are perfectly fine.
I never knew
I mean,
about that. I
Couple
never knew about
fights,
that until
but yeah.
I never knew about that until recently. I mean, how long have you known about it?
Well, she's the guardian of that tower, and she is set to be summoned should anyone other than members of the White Steel come through the tower. I thought you knew about that, which is why she didn't bother you when you arrived.
Yeah. So I
But
guess
they
that
got rid
count-
of that, and that's no longer a problem.
Okay.
I'll ask Rilo telepathically if he can ask his brother to elaborate on that a little bit. Like, how is it solved? Is she still here and just not as hostile, or is she like, back in the Feywild? How has it been solved?
It was an open. I mean, there was an open portal, right? I mean, is it closed?
There's a teleportation circle in the tower that you can use to get here, but your friends ended up destroying her. They shattered her existence and shattered her phylactery, so she's gone as far as we know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm not as familiar, so I don't know if Silas is as familiar with the lore, but Archfey don't have to be killed in the Feywild the way that like Archdevils do, right? Like if you kill them,
Correct.
they're
dead.
dead. They don't have that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a good
This
thing.
one specifically had a gem of binding that was going to resurrect her, and they found it and they shattered it. They're like, "Screw that! You're not coming back, bitch."
Good for them.
Excellent.
Level 15. They don't fuck around. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, excellent. So I was just coming to check to make sure that all went down the way that I heard, and maybe do some resupplying. And I just wanted to check up, see how things were going. And
Things are going well. We're still looking for a follower to take over for Thrill, but we have a potential individual named Bad Rabbit who is interested in taking over the eldership of the tribe.
But Bad Rabbit's not from around here, right? It's not part of the tribe.
No, but she has an aptitude that he likes, and she got on his good side.
Okay, I didn't think that was acceptable. But what do you think? I mean, you think that's not going too far?
He looks at you. Frankly, she's attractive. I wouldn't
that's-
mind having someone like her around instead of the old man.
Okay.
She tells good stories.
So where's the old man?
Probably being lecherous around some of the little halflings telling them stories over there. And he points, and sure enough, he's seated around a little fire telling stories to a whole bunch of halflings that have to be in their 40s or 50s, but are enjoying the conversation and enjoying listening to the stories.
So, brother, do you mind putting us up for the night somewhere?
Sure.
Think...
I've got a room down here in the basement. And he goes down, follows the tree line to the back of the main tree, and escorts you guys down into a small room that the moment Liam and Silas get there, they don't want to enter.
I was about to say I'm not walking into that room. I'll hang out outside. I'll pay. I'm gonna go to I'll go to the flea market. I'll spend some gold and white steel. But
okay.
I'm not hanging out in there.
You're not going to hang out there for another year?
No, I'm all set. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to speak with Vannon, and but I don't expect to stay more than maybe the night. Eat and sleep, and then and we can leave in the morning, I guess, if you guys want to make preparations for that.
Okay.
That works for me. I'm happy to chill here and then leave in the morning. Yeah, I have no objection.
So, Elrod's going to track down Vannon, and he wants to talk to him about, what all's happened, what all's going on. He'll catch him up. He'll ask about Bad Rabbit. Kind of wondering what his thought process is there. Make sure he's not making a mistake. Not that he has any say in it anymore.
Yeah. For the most part, he goes on about her magical aptitude and how she showed promise and interest in the history of the tribe, and how she seemed like a responsible individual who bridged the political gaps between the White Steel and the Krolix in such a distinct fashion that someone wise beyond their years.
Yeah,
now, there is the issue that she has attachments outside the tribe, but if she does decide to settle down, he'd offer the position to her.
Yeah. Just don't want to lose the identity of the tribe.
Well, that's going to happen regardless as we move outward away from the forest.
Yep. So have we expanded? How far have we expanded?
Not far. As far as the borders of the forest, we still consider those sacred. The Krollik are back and friendly as ever. They were ancient allies back when I was a young man. But they're back and they're friendly enough. Yeah, they ride those jackalopes that I can't stand, but they handle them well.
So I came here specifically to speak with you about my armor and my weapons. We are facing increasingly more dangerous and even more dangerous creatures and individuals, on a daily basis. And eventually I think I don't think these weapons and this armor is going to hold up. Unless I can find a way to empower them or somehow. And so I wanted to come to you and see what's possible. And Alex, I know we've talked about Echifuru.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll explain Charity running into Charity and the Underdark and just
You
the
will enjoy
drivers.
these stories all night long because it's going to take you a long ass time.
Yeah, and just explain that this is what I'm running into, and I can't just walk in just like my companions can walk into, certain shops or certain guilds and purchase upgrades or buy certain magics. I just don't have access to that, and it doesn't suit me, and it doesn't work for me. So I need to find something that will help me keep pace as we go forward. So I thought maybe you could help me.
Let me entreat the ancestors. And let me bend some ears and see what we can do to convince them to provide you with the power that you need in order to face this terrible threat. Might take a moment or two for that to awaken inside the items. But I can be pretty convincing, Anyways,
Yeah, just let me know what. Just let me know what I need to do.
just keep up your daily ritual of worshiping your ancestors. And I'm sure that in a couple of days it'll manifest itself.
Okay. Yeah, I've been pretty religious about that. I'll just keep it up.
Absolutely.
Elrod doesn't have any children yet, does he?
No, but we're trying. Horace and I.
Okay.
How the Krolik used to be, where we would offer one of our children in exchange for one of theirs, and we raise them as our own. With Elrod not having one, we couldn't do the trade, and so they're trying to get him to hook up with one of the 14 kids over there.
Okay. Does he fancy any of them?
Not yet. They're a little small for his size.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're trying to find a human woman that, can fit the bill.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
no one yet. No one yet. If you find someone out there, don't be afraid to send him his way.
He's still young.
He's 18.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that the line doesn't end here.
Oh, I don't think that's going to be much of a concern as long as we can keep him alive. And
Is he making?
you look over, and he's making eyes at various women around the tribe. But he's 18,
Yeah. Is he making good decisions? He used to be pretty gullible. How's he doing?
He's doing okay. He slips up from time to time and makes political snafu. But we try to keep him in line. And when we can't, Goris steps in and takes care of it.
How long are you going to be sticking around?
Till someone damn takes over my spot.
Yeah. Yep.
And you're sure not doing it. So I gotta stick around until somebody steps up. How long are you gonna stick around? Don't trip.
Yep.
Oh, I see how it's just, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I'll be back when this thing with Echifuru is over. When I'm
right.
done with Echifuru, I'll be back.
All right. I'll hold you to that.
Yep. That's the plan. I haven't
Hopefully there's
really
enough
I
for you
haven't
to come
made
back.
outside of this group of travelers. I don't have that many attachments to the outside world. It's been an adventure, but yeah, I haven't been anchored or found a reason to.
Now just remember, you gave up the chieftain of the tribe, so when you do come back, that's not available.
Oh yeah, I know.
Nay.
That's a done deal.
Nay. You don't want any big, massive civil wars or anything like that.
No, that's not. I'm not interested in that. I don't think.
Okay.
I think I was at one time, but that's passed. As long as Elrod's not screwing up, and it looks like he's doing good. Looks like things are better. So.
Things are better. Not great, but better.
So Elrod will, he'll just go back, I guess, to the group or to wherever. He'll
Okay.
maybe run into a couple of friends for the day,
Sure.
talk to them, share stories. But he's going to relax. He's home.
He's home and able to chillax for a little while. Anita and Cass. You will both individually be approached by Goras as it gets to be evening time. And he will offer first to Cass a elbow.
Oh, yeah, I take the elbow. Absolutely.
Okay, Anita, will you take the elbow?
Is it the other elbow or the same elbow?
It is the other elbow.
It's my elbow.
Yes.
Okay. And Goras will walk towards the entrance to the clearing as if to leave.
Where are we going?
And he will pantomime home. And give you a very deep wink.
I think so. Anita's just going to say that she is very flattering, but she doesn't think that she's going to do that.
Oh.
He
Fine, come on,
shrugs
Boris.
and will take Cass away for the evening.
Bye.
Cass, you and Goras will fade to black somewhere under the full moon and stars on top of a hill.
There's like howling like a wolf in the background.
I'm sure there is. There will be much howling of many creatures tonight.
Tonight, indeed.
Sorry, I just read the text from Damon, who wrote in the chat BRB but can hear, and that was the connect the two. Was that? Sorry, brain fart.
All good. So, Cass and Goras fade to black. The rest of you guys find accommodations here in the village and in the clearing, in the various huts and tents that you guys have available to you. And the next morning dawns clear, and the people are starting to pack up their stuff for the day.
Can I
So
around. Go ahead.
I've done something the previous day real quick.
Sure.
Well, I don't. When Silas left, when Ryla was gonna go talk to his elder,
Uh-huh.
browse the flea market.
Are you buying anything?
Maybe. I think I'm gonna pick a Are there any human tourists here? Any human shoppers that are not of the White Steel tribe or half
No,
elves?
they're
Is it
all of the
just
white.
halflings?
It's halflings and humans. There's a couple dwarves, but that would be it.
All right, that's fine. Silas will go as himself for better or worse. And I'm gonna go from far away, or like I'm trying to scout from at least 20 or 30 feet away in the flea market, walking through the market, looking at booths ahead. Can I find the booth with the family that I dumped the bad luck stone on
No, you
last
can't.
year? Yeah, I didn't.
Their
think that.
that spot is empty.
Can I ask the neighboring booths? You know, I bought something from them last year. Really liked it. Was hoping to buy something from them again. Do you know what happened to them?
Oh yeah, the house fell. The roof fell down and killed everyone in the family.
That sounds about right. Thanks. Was hoping to buy from them again. And he'll browse.
It was very odd. As the roof fell, it splintered into different sections, and each person was impaled. And then the house caught fire.
Yep, I saw that movie, Final Destination. I think that's the second one.
It's the second one.
And I think what what's for sale at the rest of the flea market. It doesn't matter. It's not going to
Jewelry and perfumes and soaps and all sorts of tchotchkes, as you would.
I'm gonna burn.
But pow.
I'm gonna burn. Silas just burns. All I have is 100 gold and like 12 silver.
Sure.
But he spends down to 0 gold. I'll keep like the very little
Okay.
if I have to like pay service workers or something.
Sure.
Like silver and whatever I have. But yeah.
So 100 gold. Awesome.
Assuming that's not enough. I mean, this place, especially now, I assume that's not nearly enough to like, make any detrimental impact. That's like just being a good tourist. And you will spend 100 gold around in guilt money, and it won't make him feel any better. And
No,
then
it
he'll go to
won't.
bed.
Okay. As you are
Okay.
troubled by the dreams of handing a unlucky stone off to a little kid and having his entire family impaled and burned to death in their
I forgot
sleep.
all about that. Yeah, wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I still have in my inventory. I still have a ring that was bought at the price of a child, listed as one of my items.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, Rilo wants to buy incense from.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, he wants to buy some ceremonial incense here. He wants to buy the expensive stuff. The stuff, from Marcember is great, but the stuff here really
It's
connects him
home.
back to his homeland. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how much to spend. I was going to spend as much as 1,000 gold, but I don't know if that's too much or
That's
if
up to
that's
you.
just too crazy. But that's what I was planning on doing.
Okay. You spend 1,000 gold on incense, and you will stock up.
And I want to buy javelins made of Brithelvine. Is that something I can find?
Ooh, yeah, absolutely.
I want to buy 6 javelins.
Sure. They cost the same amount as normal javelins.
All right. And I'm done.
Okay. Except for they're white and highly polished and have like this serpentine form to them. They look like something straight out of Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, jeez.
Excellent. Revenge of the Nerds. I saw that, but I don't remember javelins.
It doesn't age well.
It doesn't age well at all. Don't watch the movie, please.
A question for you, Eric.
Yes.
As we're all wandering around the market area, is anybody selling herbs for potions by chance?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
It's mostly healing and strength potions, though.
Healing and strength potions. Okay. So
that's pretty much it.
so no herbs from mana potions, then I assume.
No. Remember, the only spellcaster in town is the Elder.
That's interesting. Strength potions. He'll find somebody who looks like they know what they're doing.
Okay.
Um,
It's this woman. She's about 5'4", weighs 140 pounds, long black hair. She smiles up to you as you come looking up for herbs. She's like, I already know what you need. I already know.
oh,
Stamina.
and he'll give a laugh and say, "Well, that would be interesting."
See?
No,
There you
that's
go.
not-
Exactly. So here we go. And she starts getting herbs out and everything.
Well,
Now,
I'm
it's going to
actually
keep you healthy and hardy. It's going to keep the bugs away. Just got to make sure you use the essential oils along top of with the tea tree. Here you go. Here's some bark, and here you go. All set. There you go. That's going to be 500 gold pieces.
Well, if I actually had another question along with that.
Oh yeah, well we have some of that too. I mean, nobody's perfect, but if your bowels are having problems like that, you need to eat more fiber.
Well, no, it was I'm an apothecary as well, and
You're an apothecary? So young. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I'm sure
yes.
all of this is right.
So I noticed that the herbs that you collect in this village are can boost somebody's physical
Well,
strength
they're all locally grown
momentarily.
and locally sourced.
Well, that's good to hear. But are these
They're
herbs that
gluten-free,
I'm
too.
seeing? That's also another good thing to know, that they are gluten free.
They're raised responsibly
No added
and
hormones.
sustainably. There's no added hormones
That's good. But like I was saying, the
or
the
artificial
herbs.
sweeteners.
That's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
No artificial flavors.
I would really hope not.
It's all pasture raised.
Okay.
Hey guys, I just spent a week with this woman. Tough.
This is sounding more and more familiar.
Hey, it's my sister-in-law. Grats.
I was gonna say that's my aunt. So, that is very wonderful, and I would love to talk about that more as soon as I find this out. The herbs that I'm seeing that could for a limited time give you more strength. Are you familiar with the creation of such potions?
Of course.
Is it? Would you be willing to impart with me like how to do so? I mean, I'm obviously not for free, but
He is so formal. Isn't he formal, honey? He's so formal. Impart, and would you dare share with me? Why don't you just ask, hey, can you teach me how to make a potion of strength?
I mean that's. Yeah, can you please
How
pertain us to?
do I make a potion of strength?
How do I make a potion of strength? Can you show
See,
me?
that wasn't so hard. That wasn't so hard. Everyone tries to make a big deal of everything nowadays. Easy. You take this herb, she puts it on the counter, you grind it up, and you mash it, you stick it in a stew, and then you take the stew and you put it in a bottle and you give it to your friend, and he turns out really strong like Goras. You thought Goras got that big and strong by himself? No, he drinks my potions every single day.
Oh, that's interesting to hear. How much are those ingredients, if I may ask?
Oh, for each potion? Oh, the ingredients. Oh, goodness. If I do it, the ingredients cost me a good 200 gold worth of ingredients.
Oh, interesting. It's good to know.
Cass, you gain inspiration all night long.
Wow, flattery. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, just
Yeah. After all, Gorse is a wonderful cuddler. Just so
He's always the small spoon,
just
no, absolutely not.
though.
Anyway, moving on from that discussion. That's the Tuesday group discussion. Stop that.
Well, I'll take 2,000 gold worth of those herbs.
Goodness, you're gonna just buy me out. Fine. And she goes over and brings up a bale. Puts it on the counter. There you
And
go.
do you have any other herbs for healing as well?
Yes. She
I'll
goes
take-
back and gets another bale and puts it on top of that one.
An additional 2,000 gold of that as well. I hope it
Okay,
down
you
4,000
have
gold.
2
from that.
bales of herbs.
He's grinning from ear to ear, going, "Oh, this is gonna be lovely."
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the 2 bales with the gold on the counter. Say, "Thank you very much for showing me how to do that." And he'll briskly move away.
Just remember, don't scorch it.
Okay.
They always scorch it the first time.
Here, fuck! I scorched it.
Let's watch those die rolls later.
Yeah, right. So he'll spend the rest of the day making potions.
Okay.
and I just have
Cool.
to do that. So I will get back to you when I know exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I think, I think it'd be pretty relaxing until, the next morning. Rilo wants to make sure to say goodbye to everybody before he takes off. And he definitely wants to say goodbye to his brother, and he wants to use the proper protocols and everything to show his respect to his brother. He's earned his respect as a tribal leader, so Rilo's going to be sure to show him that respect in front of everyone. That was the proper choice.
Cool. And in appreciation of that, he comes down and gives you a hug and a kiss on both cheeks, a slap on the ass, and tells you that you're welcome back whenever.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be too long, but yeah, we've got a lot to do.
We got a lot to do too. And he nods meaningfully. And next time, I'm going to make you run one of the Krolix.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's an experience. And he's like, it's like someone threatening you with a jet ski ride.
Yeah.
Your first time? Yeah. That type of experience.
Cool.
So, do you remember, Elrod, do you remember our father used to tell stories that there were men in the tribe that could fight magic users and interrupt their spells. Do you remember that?
The Spellbreakers, yeah.
So I've been working on that.
How's it going?
Well, I can't interrupt anybody's spells, but if they're in the middle of something, I can usually stop it. I'll let you know what I find out. I'm going to work on that a little more.
We don't have a lot of spellcasters to practice on. That's a lost art down here.
I have a bunch to practice on.
Try it.
Yeah, we will. I'm going to try that. I'll let you know what I find out.
Okay.
I just remember him saying that they used to be able to do that
Oh, yeah.
20 or 25 years ago.
Longer than that, but according to the legends, not only could they stop the spells, but they could turn them upon the wielder.
Mm. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. That's when they got legendary, though. Anything's back. Might want to talk to the old man sometime about that. Apparently he still knows how to do it.
Okay. And does anybody want to do anything? I mean, I'm ready. Riley's ready to go.
Quick question there, Eric.
Yes.
Last session, we had a little device concocted. There was supposedly a side effect associated. I'm just wondering if we had any idea what that would be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would I know what that side effect is?
Nope.
Would I know the effect of the item in general that I've made?
To a degree.
Can I know what it is?
No.
I can't
You
even
have
know
to use it. No, you got to use it before you figure that out.
Son of a biscuit. All right, fine. Hey, Liam. Can you do me a favor?
I'm busy.
You look over at him and he's elbow deep in his medicine kit, making alchemical supplies.
Okay. Well, who doesn't have magic that can... Rilo! Hey, buddy. Hey, can you do me a favor?
It depends. What you got?
I need you to help test a magic item that's going to be really useful against the Eshifuru guy.
So why don't you test it?
Well, I need your help to test it. I have to do one thing, you have to do the other. It has to do with concentration.
Okay.
Wonderful. All right. So I'm going to kind of take a piece of paper, and I'm
Mhm.
going to prestidigitate it to be a different color, like blue, pink, purple. And then I'm going to kind of stick it on a tree branch. I'm going to walk over to Rilo, hand Rilo the monocle, and say, "Look through this monocle at that piece of paper. Tell me what you see."
All right. I'll look through the monocle. What do I see?
See exactly that. See a colored piece of paper.
What color is the paper?
Blue is what the prestidigitation.
Mhm.
What color do you
Blue.
see it as?
I guess I still see blue.
Son of a biscuit. Can you try I don't know, activating it somehow?
Well, how do you activate it?
I don't know, Eric. How do I activate it?
Did you forget to set an activation password?
I should have. No. What? You didn't tell me I needed an activation password.
I didn't have to tell you. Did you set one? No? No? Okay, cool. So, are you going to activate it somehow? Hmm?
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna activate it. Hey, Rilo, put your,
No, that's not a good way to activate.
So used to, with magical rings, you would twist them around on your finger, and that would
give it a
activate
try.
them.
Maybe that'll work.
So I'll just twist the monocle around and turn it in my little socket, I guess, and see if anything
Okay.
changes.
Yeah, you look at the piece of paper, it's no longer blue.
I guess it works.
It
So
works.
how's this different? How's this different from the gem of seeing?
Well,
eye patch of seeing.
take off the monocle.
Oh. I'll take off the monocle.
The paper's blue.
So
Oh,
I'll let
shit. Is what?
what?
Oh, shit. Rilo, put that back in your head and twist. Do not point that at anybody right now. Deactivate. Deactivate.
Okay. What does it do? Why did I have to deactivate?
I'm not really sure yet. But,
Eric, can I attempt to identify the magic item I created?
You could attempt to.
Oh, son of a biscuit. I'm going to attempt to.
Okay. And as you go to cast the spell on it, you hold it in your hands, and all of a sudden you forgot. You forgot how to cast the spell. You forgot how to cast spells. What the hell?
hello, did you turn this off?
I thought I did.
You turn it away from you and you point it at the ground, and oh yeah, I know how to cast spells.
Okay, yeah, point it at the ground. Can I cast
Okay.
Identify on it now?
Yeah, you cast Identify on it now, sure.
Okay. What's it? What's
It does not reveal its identity.
Son of a bitch. Guys, I
Mhm.
think. Oh, shit.
So what'd you do?
Yeah. I think I turned this into a beholder kind of eyeglass.
Dude, what?
Holy crap.
Like
What?
the
It's an
anti-magic
anti-magic.
ray?
Yeah.
An anti-magic monocle. Yeah, like less range, I'm guessing, than the beholder's die. Or less, angle wise. This area. but
Damn.
still.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think this counts as one of those
Mhm.
magic, like super powerful magical items we were looking for the entire time. I think I made it.
Honestly, I mean, it'll have its. Yeah, I mean, we got to be careful about where we point that because, like, if you have it pointed on him, we can't cast anything on him either.
Yeah. Shit can get wonky. Is there any way
Right.
I could find? So,
Hmm.
so it doesn't detect magic that way.
What do I see when I look at the monocle with detect magic on?
A void.
That's what I thought. I'll tell Knickknack.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful with that. That's pretty.
Yeah, honestly, I think you need to put that in a lead box and not open it until we are at his doorstep, to be honest. Like, well done, but well done. You created a nuclear weapon, but like, treat it like one.
All right. I'm
And you
gonna
don't have
call
to attend.
this.
And you don't
And I
have to
do
attend
have
to
it all. I do have it all spelled out, but I have to do it this way in order to be like, mysterious item.
Yeah. You don't have to attune to it. I mean, because I used
Nope.
it. That's
the insane part. That's the difference when you were like, not just the anti-magic part, but when you were like, what's the difference between this and the gem of seeing? Even if it had the same effect, the first thing I thought of was it's free without the attunement.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
Knickknack, you gotta, seriously, lead box. Steel box, lead lined. Like, the whole shebang. But well done.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all ready to
I
go?
don't think I don't
So-
think I don't think I can legend lore something that's been like
There's no legends about this.
created for a day.
There are no legends about it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Let's go see what we can expect from the Rokugani, I guess.
You got my message, right?
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I got your message. I need the die rolls from you here. That's gonna be 10 d20s, please.
Okay.
Or, 20 d20s because of the.
Is it possible to concentrate it further?
If you wanted to, yeah, but it's going to cost double the materials.
Okay, so I'll make six of the regular ones
Of
and then
those?
2 concentrated ones. Yeah.
All right. So, okay, let me go ahead here.
And I will actually ask Anita. Anita, will you be needing your inspiration for today?
Are you looking for a die roll or are you looking for inspiration? Inspiration, I will certainly play a little tune for you to inspire you.
Yeah, inspiration's what I'm looking for one of these. It's very. I've never tried it before, and I hope it works.
All right. Well, consider yourself inspired.
Awesome, thank you. And he will also guidance himself for each one of these. Actually, even without guidance, I can get a minimum of 20. So, how many do I automatically succeed? And I'll just roll the ones that I...
One moment.
Yeah, for sure.
You have a plus 20.
But I just have,
So-
if I roll a 1, I have a 20. So
Right. So you would succeed on everything except for the supreme healing potion automatically.
Okay. So then I'll roll
and then the strength potions.
Okay.
So-
So I'll roll 90-20.
Yep. And like she said, you burnt the first one.
I sure did. For the
So you do get the supreme healing potion, and then you're making how many regulars and how many concentrated?
making 6 regulars and 2 concentrated, but I'm going to use one of the bardic inspirations on the 9. Roll a d10
Okay.
with that.
All right, roll that one. All right, so yeah, you get the, and yeah, you get all the rest of them.
Cool. Okay, so I burned 1, so I have 5. Awesome.
Yep. Cool.
Cool.
Yep. All set.
Arrivo!
What did you do?
Made something really fucking awesome. and he will. Liam will chuck him a potion of. Nope. Delete that one. He will chuck him a potion of stone giant strength.
Ooh, very nice. Yes. Thank you.
Of course, I have 2 of these, and 2 of the ones I just gave you, and I have 5 hill giant strengths. I don't think it does anything for you right now, but
Yep. Excellent. Thank you.
of course, this will hand him both of the stone giant strength ones.
Okay. All right. So
Oh, actually,
you guys
and I'll
get done
also
with
give
your
you,
alchemy.
I'll give all the
Knick-Knack
hill giant
has
ones as well.
okay. Knick-Knack has this magic item that he keeps pointing at the ground because you don't have a place to put it.
Not yet.
Okay. So you're walking around with it pointed at the ground.
Basically, is there? Hey, anybody? Actually, is there? Can I buy a box that's like a bunch of Volfax stones?
You could probably get enough stone to make a box.
Actually, why am I even asking? I have 6 pounds of it in my bag. Shit, I just dropped the pen.
And you're a transmutation wizard.
Yeah, obviously. So I'm just gonna say, hey, fabricate.
There you go.
Okay.
And I'm going to create a very beautiful stone box made out of Volflag stones.
All right. Since you're using the Volflag stone, I need you to do a spell casting modifier to do this because it resists being formed.
So what am I doing here? Proficiency?
This would be your intelligence since you're a wizard. Plus proficiency, yes.
So plus 10.
Okay.
I'll just roll a spell attack for this. It's the same.
Sure. Yep.
24.
Yeah, you're able to do it. That's fine.
Wonderful.
So you make a box of Volflag stone.
Mhm.
It's intricate and self-locking and, fairly stout. It's the right size for the thing. Where are you going to store the box?
I'm feeling like storing in a bag of holding is a terrible idea. I'm going to put. Okay.
You can put it in if it's a sealed stone box. I mean, honestly, I think it should be sealed fully, such that only a transmutation wizard such as yourself, or like a Warhammer blow from Rilo or somebody, can break it open, and just have somebody as strong as Rilo like put it in his backpack. It's not that big.
Can do. So, I'm going to. Yeah. I'll just carry it. I'll carry it with me.
Okay.
But I'm going to wrap it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my bag, wrap it around me, and I'm going to cast Arcane Lock on it too.
Ooh. Okay.
With the spell phrase of it's going to be you have to say Knick-Knack is awesome is going to be the
Okay.
spell phrase.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. So no one in your party will ever use this.
Basically. Hey, one monocle to rule them all. Something this powerful has to be held in the hands of the most responsible person here, and clearly that's me.
So who wants the supreme healing potion? Just so that since we're ignoring Knick-Knack right now. That was a
Let's see,
joke.
I've got,
But I do have a supreme healing potion I'm willing to get.
I'm
yeah,
good.
I've got a supreme, and yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Knick-knack, do you want it?
Who
Could
who
be
does not
next.
have any supreme? ahead,
As
Nick.
they are finishing handing out potions and everything, I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
From whom?
From Cass.
Oh no.
Cass, you are exhausted.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I take that. I accept that.
But to answer your question, Silas, I don't have a supreme healing potion, but I have quite a few superiors, so I feel like I need it.
I was just gonna say, just the next best thing to do is just to give it, make sure everybody has one. I guess is what I was saying.
So who doesn't have one?
I
think
technically
everyone's
don't, but I have my sword, so I functionally I have one that recharges, that refills itself every morning. So I feel like I have one. Knick-knack, do you have any supreme healing potions?
I don't think I have any supreme healing potions at the moment. Looking through all the potions on my bottom. Oh, no, I have one. Oh, I have two. Shit.
In your bottom?
Then Liam, you should keep it. You made it. Keep it for yourself.
All right.
I got a potion of heroism, potions of greater mana. I have a greater mana potion. I have a potion of superior healing. Oh, two greater mana
All
potions.
right.
A few potions of invisibility.
Great.
Ooh, a greater healing potion. I got some Vithril Vine Sap. Ooh, I got some. I'll save that for later.
If you have some Prithavine stuff, I want to see if I can do something with that later, and when I have the herbs for it.
Indeed, because we are headed to the Rokugani this
Magic Surge.
All right, we ready?
Okay.
Sure are.
And
Good
I'm
idea.
going to prepare and cast a 3rd level spell.
What
Make
is a
sure to
third
get
level
the
spell?
coordinates for this teleportation circle here from your elder before we leave, so that Knick-knack can use the 5th level version instead of the 7th, and we won't need to roll.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You also don't need to roll anymore. Even if you use the 7th level one in an emergency, if you're targeting a circle, you don't need to roll. It's always accurate. So Knick-knack should get those coordinates before we leave.
I don't have it prepared, so I'm just going to use Flash Recall in order to prepare it and cast at the 5th level teleportation circle.
Hey, let's get ready in case this is some type of trap. I mean, it's a possibility this is a trap.
Wait,
We
wait.
can't go in weapons drawn to this.
No,
I
we
do,
can't.
I do remember
Just
them
be
saying
prepared.
that we need to send first in like gifts or something like that. Otherwise, they'll get upset. Or am I misremembering?
I don't remember that, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably not a bad idea.
It's not
yeah.
a bad idea. I thought I remembered some warning about like not going in, without having said something. But I thought, talking to the embassy was that. But sending a gift isn't a bad call, and a note first that says like, "Hey, we're headed in." But what if we just teleport the letters, or the letter of rec, with a note that says like, "Be there in 15." Give them like 15 minutes to read the letter of rec, and then we get there. Oh, I guess if it says something bad, that's not great.
And some cookies. Send some cookies.
What if we send? I have a question, Ryla. Does your tribe have a cultural equivalent to an olive branch here, like a Frithelvine bunch or something, like a small one, not like proprietary or valuable, that we can send as like a, we come in peace type of heads up? Rilo?
Do we lose Rilo?
Doug, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Was it a secret? Maybe it's a secret.
Secret? There he is.
Yep. I don't know. My Discord's always acting up. So I imagine that a Frithilvine reef, like an untouched Frithilvine that hasn't been, manipulated or strengthened in the form of a reef with maybe some blossoms or some floral in it, is probably some type of peace offering.
Yeah, maybe we send that with a note that says friends are arriving soon to the circle with a letter of recommendation from your ambassador in Cormyr. And then we follow in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that works.
Yep.
Okay, so we do that, Eric.
Okay. So you teleport the letter and a wreath
With the Frithilvine wreath, yeah.
to the address provided by the representative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys watch as the wreath and the letter vanish.
You know what just occurred to me? In these 15 minutes, Knick-Knack, we should use sending to let Gerard know what we learned at the embassy, that Charity's been visiting these people, so that if we don't come back, he knows to keep an eye on them and what, that Charity's been talking to them.
That'd be a great idea.
Do you have sending prepared today? I only have scrying in terms of scrolls left.
I do not have it prepared today.
I have a sending scroll.
I think this is worth it, if that's all right, Anita.
Yeah. I don't have it prepared any day. I couldn't prepare it if I tried.
Right.
Yes, I actually have 3 sending scrolls. So, yeah, we can use one of those.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll use those to tell Gerard. Somewhat recently, Charity's been talking to the Rokugani embassy, befriending them on behalf of, Eshfuriel.
Okay.
And let him know we're headed out. And I guess that's it. That's probably all we have words for.
Yep.
You respond, thanks for the heads up. Would have been nice to see you in Marsember.
Well,
We saw him when we... I mean... Fuck.
Did we not?
Stop,
Did we not check in?
we did
not
not.
post the mines, I guess. Well,
he may be aggravated with us.
that's fine. We'll see him again before. Maybe we'll do a pit stop in Marsember between the Rokugani and Cynthia just to check in with Gerard.
Say hello.
Well, we already threw our cap over the wall, so we gotta climb the fence.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's time to go.
Let's go.
So-
we go to the Rokugani.
Knick-Knack, are you casting teleport to the Rokugani circle?
I don't know what it is, Eric. I do not know what it is, but there is a tone in your voice that makes me very nervous.
Me?
That is
Never.
Why
No.
would you get that from me?
I
I am
absolutely
so ready
cast
to
it.
be. Yep.
Teleportation circle.
There's one GIF that
Okay.
that is perfect for this.
So as you cast the teleportation circle to go to the Rokugani address provided, you look at the glyphs. They are foreign to you, but they match the layout of a teleportation circle. You draw them down, and they flare up, but as they do so with a green fire, which you're not used to. You guys want to jump in?
Fuck it, let's go.
I mean, we're in it now. I'm not letting Nick, go through it alone, whatever it is.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Knick-knack, I need a D100, please.
But I thought if it's a circle, it's always a success.
Yeah, almost. Because we have Knick-knack involved.
That's fair.
Okay.
Fine, that's a roll of 1. Okay.
So as you guys
Oh,
go through, you feel a wave of energy wash over you, and you feel yourselves pulled through space and time, and you find yourselves just outside a giant gate. On the ground before the gate, there is a wreath of frithlevine with blossoms and a scroll.
Interesting. Well,
hey, Silas.
yeah.
What if Charity was trying to find Paddywhack's true name? It had nothing to do with Echifuru.
Possible. Hopefully we can ask him when we see him.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good. I mean, it's a. Yeah, it's worth considering.
So you guys are standing right here.
Is there a knocker? A door knocker?
There is not a door knocker.
I mean, I
I
have a
will
door
use
knocker.
prestidigitation. Yeah, well, no. Yours is a little more forceful. I will use prestidigitation with minor illusion. Well, I'll use minor illusion, I guess, is more fitting to make the sound of, basically, to make the sound of like a large, like a loud knocking on the door. But polite knocking on the door, not insistent.
Okay. You hear shouts from all along the top of the wall. You don't see anyone up there, but you hear shouts. Hundreds of shouts from the top of the wall.
Can I understand what they're saying?
Yeah, it's shouts of alarm and people at the gate.
Liam, can you, since they'll understand you, and Anita, they'll understand you as well, say that we're here in peace?
And I can, if you talk to them, I can translate for you, just to let you know what they say. You're both talking.
Knick-knack's just gonna turn around real quick. Do I see anything behind us?
Behind you, off in the distance, as far as the eye can see, is a barren landscape. Black, charred. The entire surface of it has been burnt as if washed by lava. The stones of it have a coating of lava glass over them. And near the horizon, you can see movement, but that's a good 10 miles away. And whatever it is, it looks humanoid in shape from this distance.
Can I do a history check on what we're looking at? This gate, this area geographically?
Roll a history check. It's pretty high because I don't think you studied Rokugani lore.
I mean, no.
Give it advantage.
He just had a very high class and formal education.
Yeah.
So I don't know that.
May give Silas advantage, just so that he can possibly get
How would you give him advantage?
running ideas off from what he's heard about this general area. I don't know.
Okay. I don't think
Helping him
you've heard
remember.
much about it either. I think he's got a chance based off of his education in the palace.
Yeah.
So with the 21, the Rokugan Empire faces off against a evil land called the Shadowlands that are filled with Onis and demons and other evil forms, large undead. And the wall, the Great Caillou Wall, is what protects the interior of Rokugan from all evil forces. All teleportation to Rokugan takes place outside the wall in order to ensure that no evil can easily access the interior of the country.
Makes sense. Do I, but we were told, I mean, we were told that we're going to the Shadowlands to find the Nameseekers, right? Like, we're...
Yep, and you are currently standing about
In the
3 feet
Shadowlands.
off of the Shadowlands.
So, but we need the map from this guy. We didn't get the map to them from our guy. Right. Okay.
Right.
All right. Cool. Yeah. And Anita, if you're willing to shout that we're,
Any thoughts on
Mean
how
harm.
to explain our presence here?
I'm hoping all we need to do is convince them to read the letter and let that do a lot of the work for us, and then take the conversation from there.
So Anita will shout up and say, "We are here." She's using her universal speech.
Okay.
And she is saying to them that we are here on a diplomatic mission, and that we have a letter of introduction. And then I'll pick up the wreath as well and hold up both.
You'll hear a voice in a very gruff tone. It sounds like he's been smoking for a good 40 years. I tried to get a voice actor to do this, and I couldn't find one. But he calls over the wall down to you guys. Diplomacy. Ha! We have no need of that here.
And then Liam, are you translating for? Because or was that in common? Like, was that in common, or was that?
No, that's in their language.
Yeah, Liam will translate, but it'll be a bit behind. Like it'll be lagged a bit behind.
Yeah, that's all right. That's like in the UN when you're listening to the translators.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a second.
Because I've been to the UN. Never been to the UN.
Well, you see it. I haven't been to the UN either, but you see it on TV.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes. So once she has the translation, Anita will just reply and say, "I think you will be interested in our mission if you would be so kind as to allow us an audience."
You will hear laughter run down the wall in both directions, to the left and to the right, all the way up there. And for a moment, it's almost like that was a big joke. And then you will hear the one word, "Fine." And the door will open. And ahead of you, you'll see a long, narrow space that is filled with portcullises that can be dropped into place upon you guys as the main gate to the Caillou wall opens. You guys want to go inside?
Might as well.
Yeah,
That's what-
might as well.
Okay. As you guys step through, no faster than you guys step through, the moment you guys cross that line, the door slams closed behind you. Tons and tons upon tons of metal closed behind you. As you look behind you, the entirety of the wall is covered in jade. As you step forward, you can see murder holes to the left and right, places where hot oil could be poured upon you from above, spikes and all sorts of dangerous traps galore through here. It is 100 yards solid of just traps and everything that are currently disabled, allowing you to pass.
I don't know who the decorator is, but they're pretty amazing.
The space above you reaches up to 100 feet tall, as if this gate is intended to allow creatures of that size to pass through it on a regular basis. As you guys come to the far end, there's another door covered in runes and jade filigree. As you step forward, the door opens without your touch, and standing before you is a very large man that dwarfs Rilo, as he is 7.5 feet tall. And he stands before you. Speak.
Wow. Impressive.
Oh shit, that's Shredder.
Liam is going to stand right behind Anita, but kind of like to her right, and will whenever he speaks, he'll like turn to her ear and translate it loud enough that he can hear the fact that I'm translating, but not.
Perfect. So Anita is going to offer the wreath and the letter of recommendation, and say, as I said, we are here. We think that we have perhaps a common enemy that we would like to help you to defeat.
He holds up a finger as you start to chat and hands his weapon to someone down the row from him. They hold it, and they're holding it above their head by the handle. And he takes the letter from you, looks at it carefully, points at the 2 seals on it. It looks at you. Where did you get it?
We received this at the Rokugani embassy.
Where are you from?
We're from Marsember.
Where is Marsember? I have not heard of this.
It is in Cormier.
Far away.
It is far away.
Interesting. He doesn't break the seals yet. Instead, he tucks it into his white sash in his belt and takes his weapon back and stands before you, looking down at you. You are dressed oddly to be wandering the Shadowlands. I do not believe you have wandered far. I believe you came to us through a gate.
Oh, yes.
What is your purpose here?
Yeah, we did not wander here.
What is your purpose here?
Our purpose is we are looking for the name seekers, and we understand that they reside here.
At the mention of the name seekers, his eyes flash. Definitely recognition there. He's not good at deception. He's very, very easy to read. What would you have of them?
That, my friend, is business best handled when speaking to the name seekers. As you can imagine, some things require a bit of confidentiality.
Discretion.
Secrets. And he spits out from under his mask.
Not secret.
I hate secrets.
We're looking for. I can tell you this: we are looking for allies, and so we are seeking the name seekers in our quest to find allies.
Should you not find allies before finding those who the allies rely on?
Yes, perhaps.
Perhaps you should introduce yourselves. I have done you a disfavor and a dishonor. I am Hida Quesada. And I will type that out for you guys.
That would be helpful. Hida Quesada.
I am the daimyo of the Crab Clan.
Yes.
Who are you?
I am Anita Soul. I am the mouth of the Purple Rain.
And those who are with you, they have names, I trust?
I introduce myself.
How are you introducing yourself?
Yeah.
So Anita will, or Liam also at this point can jump in and explain what's going on. Say that that this is the person that the isn't it the same person that we were just told about at the Rokugani embassy?
Yep.
Yeah. So we would explain that this is the person that we were told to seek out, that this is our, the person that's going to let us into, or not into, see the name seekers, and that he has introduced himself and is asking us to introduce ourselves. So I think at that point that the group can, in their own, on their own, can introduce themselves, and I'll explain that they're introducing themselves by name. Do others introduce themselves?
So, yeah, Rilo will say his name, Rilo Elrod, and he claims he is the arm of the Purple Rain.
He looks at you and nods. And you get this feeling he's measuring you up and down, like, could he take you? And he seems pretty sure of himself that he probably could.
Yeah,
But
I'm not
at the
so
same
sure.
time, at the same time that he's sure of himself, like he has judged you correctly in that you would give him a bit of a fight. And it's that bouncer versus bouncer nod of appreciation,
Yeah, I'm sure he has some pretty cool tricks.
Oh yeah. As he nods to you, it's buff guy versus buff guy that we don't have to fight,
Yep. I like that mace.
Do you actually say that to him?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
I was going to say because Anita will translate for you.
Yeah.
Nice mix.
How do the rest of you guys introduce yourselves?
Liam will say, my name is Liam Morningstar, and I'm the translator for the group.
Translator. Mouthpiece. Translator. And arm. So you're the brain?
No, I just understand a lot of languages. And speak a lot of
Courtier.
languages. Indeed.
Look to Knick-Knack and Cass to introduce themselves first. Curious how they will do so after Rylar described himself as the arm.
With these guys, but I don't know, I just hit stuff, so I'm Cass.
The name is Keen. Pleasure to meet you.
Konkeen.
Mm-hmm.
Strange names. Cass and Konkeen, with no claim to title. Are they your slaves, Anita Soul?
I keep trying to be. She won't take me though.
He looks at you
just look
oddly.
up and be like, shush.
He looks at you oddly. Why would you not accept a willing slave?
Well, that's assuming that he understood her, but he probably didn't, right? Or does he?
Oh, no, he absolutely did.
Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting.
He's speaking in his language, but responding in he's responding in his language, even though Cass said that in common.
Interesting.
Also, did he look surprised when someone who was obviously not from this place is speaking very fluent Rokugani?
No, not surprised at all.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, that's a little game we play. She's my companion.
Companion. Consort?
Yes, exactly.
Is she available?
If she wants to be. I will tell you that she is more than meets the eye. So I will definitely tell you to proceed with caution.
I do not like that.
Tired today. Like give me like the morning maybe, and then we can talk.
I like my
Oh, go ahead.
I like my consorts forthright and honest as to who they are.
Then this is not the consort for you.
This is not right. This is not
Not
true.
the consort for you.
This is not the consort you're looking for.
Wow, brutal.
Yeah.
He raises an eyebrow. You keep strange company, Anita Soul.
Yes, I cannot disagree. I cannot disagree.
And this
Travis
little
lets
one,
Steve land and introduces himself because Knick-Knack already has, right? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't know.
this little one calls himself Con Keen, yet he lies through his teeth.
Yes, almost always. Almost always.
I don't know. Is that really a lie? He has gone by that name for over a year now, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
He would perceive it as a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it is.
Yeah.
The other point is that Knick-Knack's considering it a lie when he says it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Like, which is fair. I would too if I were in your shoes.
Yeah.
Like, but
Yeah.
Because it is, yeah.
Oh
100%.
damn! Okay.
Silas introduces himself at the. Oh, I'm sorry. It sounded like you were reacting to a message. Go ahead.
I have to set a thing.
Crab Clan boys.
Grand plan.
Snip, snap, motherfucker.
Holy
Snip,
shit!
snip.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Wow.
He stands
Oh,
there looking
yeah.
at you guys.
You've been observing him for a minute.
Oh,
you
he
wanted
just
to
did
know
the
his stats.
stats. Just got his stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, yeah. Oh wow.
Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked would you be if you fought him?
He is not to be fucked with.
That does not
That's
surprise me.
yeah. No, he would probably squish Rolo. Yeah. I'd last a little while, but not long.
Yeah. So, well, I don't want to see that. That way, I don't want to see that. But he looks at you guys. Very well. Let's see what this is about. And he breaks the seal on the paper and opens it up. Looks at you, Anita. So, according to this, you are sister to the female that has come through.
Yes. I will say that we are not close as sisters.
Interesting.
I mean, we've been on sort of the opposite end of a fight for a little while, and we haven't really been close since we were children. It's a long story. I'm sure you don't want to hear it, but yeah. Has she caused any issues here? Because she does have a tendency to cause a bit of problem in her wake.
He narrows his eyes. Not that I know. But at the moment, you are correct. You are on opposite sides of her.
Yeah, it does not surprise me. Was she alone when you saw her?
She was. For a time. We sent a scout to follow her.
Have you?
And she
Please?
summoned someone. I'm sorry, what was the question?
Have you seen her recently, or was this a while ago?
He looks up at the full moon in the distance. It has been some time. About 2 months.
It's been a while since I've seen her as well. She was looking a little deflated the last time I saw her.
He narrows his eyes. That sounds painful.
It looked that way as well. Yeah, she. I will tell you, because I think that you are an honorable person, that she is on the opposite side. She is working with an entity that we believe is trying to cause mass destruction on the material plane, and is wanting to make all of us his slave. So we are fighting against that, and she is fighting with him. And so we're hoping that she did not cause problems here in your land.
He looks at you, and I need a persuasion roll, please. Okay, 32, yeah.
Jesus, good God.
He looks at you. Your words are smooth as honey, and while I do not trust you, I will relax for a moment and speak plainly. And he sits down on the wall and leans the giant weapon against the wall as well, leaving it obviously available if you guys wanted to try to grab it. Almost like bait.
Anita will cut her glance over at Rilo and just whisper silently, "Do not do that."
No, I wouldn't mess with it.
He will smile underneath the helmet, his face still covered by that mempo, and begin to tell you guys a bit of a story. This woman came to our land 2 months ago. She arrived under a full moon, just like this. She arrived at our gates, but did not knock. Instead, she turned to the Shadowlands and strode boldly out into them without a guide. About a mile out, she stopped and inscribed a circle upon the sand. And once she had done so, there was a terrible light, and a figure rose next to her, made of shadow and fur. This shadow began to guide her through the Shadowlands. Must have been an Oni or a Nisu or other shadow guide of the terrible space beyond the wall. They went in the direction of the Nizumi Warrens. As to what happened there, we do not know, for we do not venture forth from the wall save in times of war.
And the Nizumi Warrens, that is where the name seekers reside.
He nods.
Uh-huh.
Knick-knack.
Yep.
Can a teleportation circle be reverse engineered? If we find the circle that they came here on, is there any way to trace it back to where its origin? They haven't returned.
Yeah.
Chase, did he pass out? What?
No, I'm here. I
It's
was
the apple!
Apple's fine.
Good.
Am I on mute? You can hear me?
No, we can
No,
hear
we
you
can
now.
hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can it be reverse engineered?
Well, as far as I'm aware,
Is there a way to trace it back? I mean, the circle's here.
I assume so.
She drew the circle, right?
Yeah, I assume. It can be if you know the circle, but you have to know the runes. So yes, it can be.
Well, that's great. I mean, let's go find the circle. I mean, would it not be? I mean, I don't know
Could
if
be
it's
anywhere.
It's a mile out. I mean, he saw it all happen. He should be able to point in the general direction. It's just a thought. I mean, instead of
If you wish for that, I can have an archer point the way.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. If we have to go, I mean, we're gonna have to go into the Shadowlands anyways. It sounds like it wouldn't be a big detour.
It would not be a big detour. Yeah, no, I agree. If you could give us a little bit more, if there's anything that we need to know in going to the Warrens, we would be very appreciative of having any additional information that we might need.
There's much you should know. For you're new to the realm of Rokugan, let me send my archer, Hikagi. And he waves at a person down the wall, and a beautiful woman dressed in blue armor runs up. Her hair's done up in a black ponytail up at the back top of her head, and she looks over at him, and he gestures out over the wall towards the circle that the woman summoned Oni from. And she takes her time, lines up into looking out into the distance. You guys can't see what she's looking at, but she starts shooting arrows out in a line out into the distance. And each of these arrows has a yellow fletching on it, so you can see the arrows where they land. She sets the arrows about 20 feet apart, and she drops a good 20 arrows out there in a line pointed out towards a mile. But she sets the arrows as a dotted line in that direction. She can't shoot a mile out, but she can shoot a decent distance. So
Nice.
that will give you a guideline. And he looks longingly at her as she will go back to her post. And he nods at you guys, my daughter. Now, things you should know before going into the Shadowlands. You will need jade, for the undead will claim your soul if you do not have jade upon you. Also, there are many evil forces that wander to the Shadowlands. Spirits, devils, the giant Onisu, serpents, scorpions, and the Nezumi. If you go beyond the wall willingly, we will not be held responsible, and we will not be honor bound to chase you down.
Why would you be honor bound to chase us down? Do you mean to help us, or do you mean to chase us down to stop us?
To save you.
To save you.
If you choose to enter the Shadowlands, you will do so of your own accord, with no liability from the crab.
Yeah, they were saying they wouldn't be obligated to come.
Yeah, no.
That's understandable.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not asking for for a rescue. Just a map.
You also must know that you have engaged the Scorpion. They also claim no liability upon your souls once you enter the Shadowlands. And he lays out the letter of recommendation for you guys to read. And while I don't have the prop for you, it goes through and is very clear about the fact that you guys have business in the Shadowlands and are looking to go talk to the Nozumi name seekers, and that we are not honor bound to help you in any way. And if you guys die, it's on your own heads, and no shame will befall the Crab Clan or the Scorpion Clan while you guys go and take care of your own damn business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly what we want. That's all we.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Yep,
That's perfectly fine.
That was exactly what we were hoping for.
So we need Jade. What else do we need?
To be careful.
Be
Yeah.
careful, and you will want a map towards the Nozumi Warrens, for
Yeah.
they are a maze that the demons do not dare enter.
Okay,
we
so
have,
take
we
it
have
to
gold. We have gold to trade. Is there something else they value?
The Nozumi, they trade stories.
Yeah. Yeah. That once we get to the Nozumi, I think it's going to be easier. But we do. Would we be able to trade with you for some jade?
And the map.
He looks at you guys. I suppose we have jade smiths here in the wall. Come. You must be hungry after a long discussion. It's time for meat.
I love that idea.
And he will take you off the wall, and it's not really off the wall, it's more like down into it, and into what looks like a cafeteria. Just a long dining hall. There's no spot for leadership in here. All the tables are at the same level, and there are roast pigs, just whole pigs being roasted in here. And he walks up to one of them, takes the long knife off his belt, and cuts a ham off the pig. Takes it over to the table, slops it onto the table, moves his helmet, revealing a very gorgeous Asian man. And he cuts a piece off the ham, puts it in his mouth, and looks at the rest of you, gesturing to the pig.
It's clear that we are all meant to go up and
Yep.
cut off the pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right.
That's what Rilo do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Anita will come. Will walk up with Rilo and just hand her knife over so that Rilo can cut a piece of pig for her.
Well, Rilo has knives, but
Yeah,
yes, he'll cut some for Anita
Does Relo have knives?
and for himself.
I thought Relo had
So-
axes.
Rilo has axes, but I also have a dagger, and I do have a couple of knives, and
Okay, cool.
a mess kit.
Okay, cool. Mess kit's terrible for cutting pork, but dagger would probably do good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I bought this
Well,
small knife at level 1.
Yep,
question
comes as part of the
about,
adventurer's kit, I think.
Right.
I don't have a knife. I have a spear. I don't think that's
Okay.
fair. That's
Guys, I've got like 16 daggers. Just ask
Yeah,
nicely.
Just
hey, Cass, may I borrow a knife, please?
and,
Yeah, of course.
So Cass hands out daggers for you guys to cut pieces off the pig. You guys will serve yourselves off of this roast pig. It's a bit of a chore because it's still rotating on the spit, but it pauses as the guy at the end with the handle will wait for you. He's a young man, but buff. He's currently shirtless and wearing a short linen pants that come down to his knees.
the evening here.
I'm sorry?
Are we spending the night here? Is that in the group?
He looks at
That's
you.
funny. And Simon glances at Anita and says, "That's funny. That was my first thought after seeing that guy as well."
They look at you and shake their heads. If you wish to sleep here, you may. We are not responsible for the dreams you may have within the wall.
Honestly, I'm kind of itching to get going.
I'm kind of the same. Yeah, I'm kind of the
I'll say
same way.
So
I'm assuming he'll still be here when we get back, so maybe Anita will spend an extra night before we head back to Cormier.
For real.
So Kasana sits here eating pork and gestures to your weapons. Those will be limited in value on the other side of the wall. Without jade, you cannot harm the spirits. So I encourage you to visit our Jadesmith and trade for whatever items you wish.
I mean, to
Yeah,
Rilo privately and then aside, Silas just sort of has a moment with Rilo where he's like, I mean, I'd bet you the magic in your axe is on undead pretty much anywhere, and the same with my like elven high magic longsword. But I'm not using weapons anyway, so I don't care. I mean, I'm using magic, but up to you. Just sort of noting as I hear it that like, I don't know, that magic in your axes is pretty fucking ancient and powerful in its own right.
Yeah, I would think so, but hey, it doesn't hurt. I mean,
no, it doesn't hurt. I'm just more noting that I have faith in your axes to do something.
Liam will actually ask him. This weapon is useful, yes, but I'm mainly a hand-to-hand combatant. Does that still require the use of jade?
You will want jade in your hand if you choose to strike the spirits.
Get some brass knuckles. Get some jade brass knuckles.
All right.
We have those.
Those will be useful.
all right, so let's do some shopping.
Okay. So he will take you down towards the Jadesmith. It's like a cross between a jewelry shop and a weapons shop. The guy is dressed very similar to Kasada, except for without a helmet. And he has a variety of tools and very fine craftsmanship across the board. You look around, and the motifs in here are all crabs. There are no other motifs. It is crabs and crabs with crabs and crabs and crabs. Everything's made out of green to black jade, and it's gorgeous. But it's also all functional. There are no small bits on any of these carvings. Everything in here is built to last and built to withstand an impact.
What about so what do they have in a line of axes?
They would have an entire set of great axes and hand axes, and if you walk up wearing your axes on your hip, the Jadesmith will gesture to the axe and ask to hold it.
Yeah, I'll let him hold. Yeah, either one of them, Bushmaster
Okay.
or Bone Crusher. Yep.
He looks at him and then feels it. You watch him run his finger across the surface, and he's confused. He puts the entire palm against it. This is not metal. What is this?
It's a wood from a frithel vine, and it's treated in a manner that imitates metal.
Wood.
You can make all sorts of shapes and things out of it, and when you're done treating it, it'll be as strong as any metal.
Indeed. I have not seen wood like this ever before. There is something like it, but not as strong in the Shadowlands. He waves his hand over the surface of the wood, and the surface of the axe begins to soften a little bit. And he goes, I could work with this if you so desire.
Really? Because as far as I know, only the people in my tribe can work with it.
And he smiles. There are magics, and as he waves his hand over it, the white surface of the wood returns to its brown, normal nature. And he goes, there are magics in Rokugan which you are not familiar with. And a leaf sprouts off the top of your axe.
Huh. Okay, that's new.
He smiles. Would you like me to imbue this with jade?
Yes,
It would
that
simply be an honor for such an heirloom item.
That would be fantastic.
Amazing.
And so he reaches over and he grabs a sliver of jade and he uses his hand over the edge, and the edge of your axe opens up, just peels open like splitting into a thin board. And he slides it down in there and then wipes his hand across it, and the entire wood forms over the jade as if it's built in. It's like sticking a razor blade right into the wood itself. And then he wipes his hand up over the top of it. This is good. How is it made to be white?
So it's soaked in the vine is soaked in water for several days and then heated. And when it's after it's formed, the water softens it so you can put it in the form that you want it in. And then when you heat it, it becomes rigid. And that's what forms its structure.
Very well. I do not have several days. And he takes his hand and he moves it over the top of the axe. And you watch as a cloud of mist forms between his hand and your axe. And the axe softens. And with his middle finger, he reaches down into the little cloud and starts smoothing the surface of the axe down onto the jade. Just like he's got a super humidifier coming out of the hand, out of his palm, smoothing the wood down onto the jade, and he slides it down. That should be acceptable. And he takes your axe and he chucks it into the forge. Whole thing.
How long? I think it's only about 15 or 20 minutes. It's not very long at all.
He will keep an eye on it. And after 15 minutes, he reaches in there with some tongs and pulls out your axe. And now your axe is white, but with this bright green edge on it.
Oh, excellent.
And so we can do that for both of your axes. They are now jaded axes.
Excellent. Okay.
And he will look at the rest of you. Do you all have heirloom items of this type?
I mean, how does the lady in red feel about Jade, the color green? Is that too Christmassy for her? Or
she is like, don't you dare.
Okay, I will not. Don't you worry.
I check in with Ravazog, but I honestly just figure he feels set with his enchantments and wouldn't want like a non-elf or non-fae working on him. And I don't think that process looked fun for an item. But if Ravazog wants it, I'll let him do it.
Ravazog is like, I don't really care, man. If you want to put like a new pommel on me, I'd be cool with that. That might help me out, get me some, new juju going.
Yeah, that's all it would take. Yeah, it looked like. Did you watch when he did it to that axe? It looked like he split the dude open and like put Jade on the and just that did look.
Yeah, I don't want you to split me open, man. No.
Yeah,
That sounds painful.
I didn't want to put you through anything that looks that like.
But if I can hold on to some of that spirit, as some of that key power that's infused into that jade, hell yeah.
Listen, between you and me, I know you're a little further ahead than these other guys, like the lady in red or like Ryla's weapons, okay? So I knew.
Nah, man, those things are legendary stuff, man. Give them credit where credit's due. I'm a badass sword. I know I am. I don't need to compare myself to other people. It's not like it's a length contest or anything.
No, we'd hate against one of those.
Exactly. We'd always win that department.
I will. I'll let him.
After all, it's not size that matters, right? Right,
How
Silas?
you use it.
You know who says that?
Yeah, thank you.
Since the long sword.
So I will. Yeah. I mean, if he wants it, yeah. If that's all it takes, I'll ask
Sure.
Ida if we can just put like a small jade gemstone in the pommel, and my sword is apparently able to sort of take it from there.
Sure. They will go ahead and do that. Not a problem. They are going to charge you for that. They're going to charge you 50 gold to do it.
Ooh.
I've got
Hey,
it. If you need
Ida.
I've got it.
Okay.
Okay.
I spent all my money. I spent the rest of my money in white steel, just buying random shit at the flea market. Sorry.
Cass, the lady in red is like, you're not cutting me open. Hell no.
Definitely not. Will not do. Will not do
But
that.
if you
to
want a little green bitch blade, you can get them. I'll let you handle them.
Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate your willingness to share my.
I know
my
you're a
attitude.
collector.
I am. I'll get
Just
like 2
remember
jade daggers.
Just remember who really matters.
Oh, obviously. Yeah, you're still the one I want to give my blood to every day. So.
And darling, the same. And you get this feeling that she might actually give you her blood if she could.
I treasure that
Yeah.
in my heart. It's the most romantic thing a person can say.
Oh.
Mm. Knick-knack,
Yep.
Liam, what are you guys doing? Anita? Yeah, what are you doing, Knick-knack?
No, wait for Anita. Anita goes first.
Okay. Anita?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Anita doesn't need to go for. But certainly will want to get some jade. But
Okay.
is it possible to just add jade to the hilt of her moonsicle?
They don't see a problem with that. They can do that for 50 gold.
All right.
Okay. Chase, what would
Hmm.
Knick-knack want to do?
Well, Knick-knack, I'm going to spend the 50 gold and pick up a lovely little bit of jade myself. I wonder if this
Okay.
does anything with a noxious little nuance. But I'm going to put that jade in pocket and see how well that works.
You're putting jade in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Liam, what are you doing?
Liam's going to take out his spear, and so I don't know if you can do anything with this. He twirls it to where the handle is facing the smithy. I don't know if you can do anything with this, but I would like to for that. And if you have jade brass knuckles or something like that, that would be useful as well.
They look at you. Flourishes are for the weak. If you wish, we do have the jade knuckles. Yes. And you realize these guys haven't spun a weapon. They haven't flourished anything. They have done nothing for style's sake the entire time you've been here. So the fact that you've spun the wind vein before giving it to them is like alien to them. It's kind of weird that they would just not understand cool.
Well, like it wasn't like because like how he holds it is like he grabs it to where like the blade is facing away from him, so he like palmed it and
Yeah.
so that he could grab it without the point being pointed toward them. So it was
I
more
understand.
for like respect.
Yeah, they wouldn't understand that. But yeah, they look at it. We can't infuse anything into this. It won't accept it.
That's all right. I figured. He clips it
But-
back to the clip in his back.
Yep. And they will offer you some jade knuckles.
Lovely. How much for the jade knuckles?
The jade knuckles are very basic. They are not magical in any way,
Oh, my
but
strikes
they
were
will allow
magical.
you to strike the undead and spirits out in the
Oh, my strikes are magical anyway, so that's fine.
Shadowlands. Okay. We'll sell them to you for 500 gold pieces.
500 gold? Whew, okay. Yeah, yep. 500 gold.
Daggers the same price.
Yeah.
2 daggers. Okay.
500 gold each.
Super.
And like, are they like brass knuckle types, or could he get them as like gloves that he can put on, so it's not like
Yeah, you
like
can
weighing
put
down
the
his
metal
hands?
gloves, sure. Yeah, they can be attached to the back of gloves.
Cool.
Okay. So, anything else you guys want?
I'm so sorry, but for just for flavor purposes, and that way I can do like my kicks and shit. Could that also be like for like shin, almost like shin guards, or like ankle
Sure.
guards that are made of jade, so that way he can.
Yeah. Flavor wise, you can get knuckles and shin guards, sure.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. And
Awesome.
they get you all outfitted with jade, and they will draw you a map to the Nizumi Warrens. You have the arrow line to the circle out in the Shadowlands. And as you guys prepare to leave, Hida Kasada will put his helmet back on and get Rilo off to the side by himself for a moment as the rest of you guys are doing your jade shopping. They do not seem very stout. Are you certain they will be able to survive in the harsh environment?
Yes, I don't have any doubt. However, if there's equipment or certain gear that they need for the Shadowlands, that might be helpful. But their abilities, I don't have any worries about.
If you were of my family, I would provide you with armor. If they were of the family, I would provide you with mounts and armor and equipment. But I do not have such to provide you with, as it is needed for the defense of the wall. I will wish you luck, and I will wish you good tidings, and I can give you no more than a salute of honor and best wishes under the stars.
Yeah, I think that's plenty. We definitely understand your situation here, and yeah, I think you've done more than enough, more than we asked. So, thank you.
And know, if you come to the wall with any but the 6 of you, we will fire first.
Understood.
I wish you
These
luck.
guys are
I have
fucking
not seen.
around.
No,
I have
they're
not seen the name seekers in ages, and I wish that they are fine. I worry that they may not be.
Yeah, we don't know what to expect. All right, I think we're ready to go.
Okay. And he will walk you down
Sure,
to
great.
the gate. And from this side of the gate is covered in jade. 200 feet up. Just jade. The thing's worth millions of gold. As you guys walk up, you watch as 10 men on either side of the gate pull the gate open. Just enough for you guys to step into. Kasada looks at each of you as you pass. Gives you guys each a solemn nod. To those of you entering the Shadowlands, keep your spirits upon you. Do not let them out of your sights. And do not forget who you are.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Very interesting.
Oh no.
We may wind up with no memory after this.
On that last part, Liam's gonna like stop for a second and like kind of stare at the ground. Just continue moving like a half second later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's get outside the gate and then let's talk about that last warning.
Yeah, I'd agree.
As you guys pass all the traps, You guys hear them clicking into engaged mode behind you as you are walking out. Murder holes open and prepare for anything to enter if there is something at the door when you arrive. You guys get to the far entrance and it lifts, allowing you access out into the blasted black sand of the Shadowlands. Off to the left, you can see the row of arrows that had been shot previously, pointing off into the distance a good mile, towards where you hope there's a circle that you want to investigate. As you guys step out onto the little platform, you hear the voice of Hidekasada behind you. Farewell. And you guys step forth out onto the platform of marble. And there's a jade border all the way around this now that you guys are looking at it carefully. And then there's black sand beyond it. What do you guys want to do?
Let's go to the black sand and towards the circle and
Yeah, follow the arrows.
Okay.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow.
So, Knick-Knack, is there a way to, like, protect your memory? Is there a way to protect a memory or keep it, keep it in a jar or something?
Very subtle way of asking.
Actually,
Is there
holy
a
shit,
so
there
called
is.
memory jar?
Holy shit, hold.
we also
There
have
is.
an electrofortress.
That would helpful, but there's actually a spell for this shit. It is
So
a
there's-
cantrip.
It's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Does that exist in your world, Eric? That's the Eberron spell?
Oh,
Code
no, it's
thoughts?
Ravnica. It's Ravnica, sorry.
It's
Ravnica's-
yeah. Does it
Ravnica works, yeah.
Sorry,
What's
I
the-
forgot it was Ravnica. I just remembered it was magic. I thought
What's
it
the
was Eberron.
spell?
Encode thoughts. The spell. I would just need to. I might need to pull out the Quizilla check a little bit and do a little bit of research, but I should be able to get it through. Actually,
I mean,
hold
if
on.
you
I might
can-
actually already have it. I do already have it. Oh,
you already
shit.
have it?
I already have it.
Yeah, that sounds like you already have it, if I remember right.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Because I remember you used
So-
it once.
I did.
Oh, cool. Okay.
All right, so
Yeah.
you're going to use encode thoughts.
So it's a cantrip. You could cast that on each of us, I guess?
Hypothetically, yes.
For 8 hours. That's not.
8 hours.
Okay. That's great. We need to keep that up, I guess. Just so that we don't forget who we are.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys step out onto the sands, I would make you guys roll wisdom saving throws, except for you having code thoughts going.
Nice.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, I'll
Because-
just wear it. I mean, it's like a little ribbon. You can tie it around your wrist.
Mhm.
Like, I'll wear it.
This is full like freaking Spirited Away right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched that 2 weeks ago.
First time, was it your first time watching it?
Yes, I mean I've watched several of his movies, but that's the first time I watched that one, and he won an Academy Award for that. It's
Yeah.
so weird. I
I
mean, Howl's Moving Castle was far better than that. I thought.
have you seen Grave of the Fireflies? You want to see some real fucked up shit?
You want to cry?
I don't care how
Yeah.
manly you are. If you don't cry during Grave of the Fireflies, you're a sick son of a bitch.
Castle in the Sky was a much better movie, I thought too. Right?
Don't be depressed. Watch 2 centimeters per second.
Terrible.
That's
Fun
fucking-
fact: Grave of the Fireflies is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm looking this up.
that I think that one should have won an Academy Award.
Yeah.
That was just one.
So-
That's just a good war movie.
As you have encode thoughts active, you guys will feel that drain upon your consciousness as you step out onto the black sands. It's pretty much instant that you guys feel that, and you're thankful for both the jade that you have on you and for Knickknack's spell, which is going to negate the entire effect of the black sand as you guys walk across it.
Wow. Amazing.
Hashtag niche cantrip.
Right?
Yeah. Like, I'm reading it, I'm like, yeah, that negates the whole thing.
Pretty much everything you need. It did, yeah.
That's like a dragon's poison breath. It actually does no damage to anybody in the party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, remember who you are. Okay.
For example.
Got it.
Got it. Well,
Deal.
do that.
Yeah, will do. I'll tie who I am around my wrist, and I literally can't forget it. Thanks. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Encode thoughts as a arcane trickster rogue is hilarious.
Yeah. So-
all right. Well, let's proceed to the thing. Yeah.
As you guys will follow the arrow trail, it's going to take you a good 5 or 10 minutes to walk out there. But, you know, it's a mile, so yeah, closer to 10, 15 minutes. And the arrows will stop, but you're going to be able to, you know, keep a fairly straight line and look back into the distance and see where the arrows are pointing. And you will come across a section of the ground that has been turned to glass. It is circular in shape and apparently was a concentration of pretty strong magic. What would you like to do?
Knick-knack?
It's about 4 feet in diameter.
I think, Knick-Knack, we want to figure out, you know, if you can reverse engineer this, see where it came from.
I mean, I can give it a shot. I can attempt to identify it. Do we want to try that?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
You're the spellcaster. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, sure, but yeah.
Rylo's
Maybe
arcane
we
is like
should
-1.
have-
Actually, first,
Maybe
can
we
you
should have
detect magic
Intellect
on it?
Fortress. Yeah. Hang on. Let's go about it a little more slowly. Let's step 30 feet away. Everybody should be outside of 30 feet. I'll be just in 30 feet, taking a look at it with detect magic on. Just see if anything particularly nefarious is there.
It is no longer magical.
Great. Then I think you're good to go. I don't think if there was any magic, I was going to say maybe put like Intellect Fortress on you before you investigated it, but I think you're clear, Knick-Knack.
Yeah, the circle itself isn't magical, but as you do your detect magic, all of the ground all around you has this kind of shadowy vacuum feeling, like heavy gravity pulling down into it.
I do not like it.
So that's that isn't good. I don't want to touch it.
Okay.
I mean,
Do you guys want to
you're not
continue
going to
on?
identify it?
Yeah, let me. Fuck it. Identify. We're gonna. Okay.
We can put. Do you want Anita to cast Intellect Fortress on you before you? It looks dormant to me, but I mean, it's not crazy to ask for just 1 3rd level spell to buff you before you.
Anita, can you be so kind as to buff me?
I certainly will.
Buff Nick, let's go.
Here you go.
All right. I am buff, and let's take a few minutes to identify that mofo.
Casts Divine Sense before the Intellect Fortress goes up.
Yeah, I don't know if that gets me anything.
Oh, same time. Okay, same time. So, Cass, as you do your Divine Sense, the entirety of the ground radiates undeath and fiends.
Ooh. Fun, death, fiends, fun. Our favorite
As
things, you guys.
far as the eye can see, it's like detecting a gray fog of just this energy that's infused the entire ground and entire land. something could appear out of anywhere at any moment is the feeling that you're getting from where you're standing. It's nothing here is safe at the moment.
Great.
Okay, so Intellect Fortress is cast on Knickknack.
Okay. I'm going to identify it.
You're going to identify it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you walk up to it, and the spell has been inactive now for 2 months. But as you look at it, you start to trace the runes, and you start to recognize it. You start to figure out the pattern of the spell. And it's a summoning spell.
Yeah.
And then in the center of the summoning spell, there is one word.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really what I thought. That's really what I was thinking.
Name? Is it the name of Etifu?
There you go, Chase.
I feel like we've heard this before.
What is it?
I'm not gonna say this shit out loud.
Well, sign language it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and you can write it down.
Well, you could use the sending stone. It's a mental. It's not actually
Yeah, I'll use
verbally
that.
saying anything.
I'll send it. It's the name of Dul Mat.
Oh, that does sound familiar.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
That's the guy whose pouch we had.
That's right.
The Rakshas,
The one
Shana, Rox.
Oh, the one we whooped his ass
Yeah.
on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
This
one
is
where
where
when
this is
Charity
where
had
she
the other
got
one, she
that.
threw a bead of fireball.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. Can we summon him here now and then gank his ass?
It won't
Yank
matter,
his
'cause now
ass.
we can't kill him on this plane. He'll just go back to his own plane.
Can't we just destroy this so he can't be on this plane no more?
I don't
There's
think
some
this
sort
is
of anchor.
anchoring him to this plane.
Yeah.
Devils can walk around here kind of whenever they want, and they only get kicked back by virtue of getting ganked, as Rilo put it, but it doesn't kill them.
It still might be fun.
It might be fun. I'm down to do it for fun. That's the goal.
But Knickknack, you have learned the spell Summon Fiend.
Shit. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's
Well, all right. Well, now we know.
Why don't you
Now
put
we
an
know
R
more about the
after the I? That'll be Summon Friend.
I mean, I can absolutely do that. I can call it that.
But it sounds like we learned we learned a little bit more about the how and the what. But now we have to alter our course back to the map we were given, I think, and start heading towards the Nameseekers rather than towards this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So as you guys head off into the black sands of the Shadowlands, a low mist begins to rise up out of the ground to kind of make visibility a little bit more of an issue. It's not too bad. You can still see a good 200 feet ahead of you. But any major landmarks that are beyond that will be hard to distinguish. As long as you stick to the map, you'll be fine. So as we watch our adventurers wander into the dark mists, we will fade to black for tonight and come back in the new year as you try to find the Nameseekers.